Alright everybody, there we go again. Welcome back to all of those who are still on the channel. I don't know if that's the case, if anybody's still there, otherwise people will join in, I'm sure. We are now running a late Napoleonic Kriegsspiel session with Otto System, which we just learned before. It's taking place somewhere in Hessen, I believe, Hesse for the English, in Western Germany. And we see a French column here, and that should be a Prussian column. Yes, Prussian column at Limbach. Very interesting. We're curious to see how this plays out.
It's not being easy on me. It's not following the simple guidelines that I should be.
Oh, that's a shame.
So
you tried a rain dance.
No, I think that would make things worse, and my computer would get fried.
Well, just bring. You should know that if you're doing a rain dance, you're bringing them, kind of, get with the program.
You're right. How could I be so wrong? I'm gonna get up and make a tea though, real quick.
I
Yeah,
probably
2
should have
minutes.
done that when I got.
Alright, we're just waiting for players to arrive. We already have quite a bunch.
Hey, Vindictus is the server and it's not an umpire. Sorry, Vindictus, I'm gonna have to kick you off the umpire. Wait, Marsh. Jan. Yeah, can you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he can't
well,
be in the umpire table.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, Vindictus, we'll get you squared away. You'll have to get the module that's posted in general.
How
And
did you even
then
get here?
open that on your computer. You'll be posted to a side. And you'll have your own channel. All that will be set up for you. And once you're in your channel, you'll get screenshots and everything, and you can update your table as you go. It actually works very simply and smoothly. You might just have to see it once. But we'll walk you through it.
okay, we are gonna need a fourth umpire.
I can help.
Oh, Dave. Yeah, I think you haven't umpired before in my game, so I'm not in depth for you, so... You were also, like, listening to the School of the Umpire last time.
Was, yeah.
Well, if Dave's gonna help, I can slink off.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You can stay, Marshall. You can stay. Don't try and wriggle out of it.
Damn it. It's a beautiful overcast Saturday here at the coast. We got a nice marine layer, which we get all summer. Nice and cool.
I sent you the server information in private message, Dave.
Sorry guys, I'm just connecting now. Do you need an umpire or do you need more player?
Man, Nick, you have been like an umpire so many times, my man. It would be, don't you want to play for a change?
If you need a player, yeah.
Yeah, we need you as a player. Sorry guys, can't start the game without Nick being a player. I'm starting to wonder if I have enough game pieces in this scenario for all these people. Oh, but we can always have, yeah, the commander in charge doesn't have any battalions under his command, so it's fine. Alright, so let's get ready to begin. So, Dave, are you joining the umpire table?
I am indeed. It's just getting there.
Alright, so, hello everyone. Welcome to, who is?
Is this meant for new players or is it
This is meant for everyone. That's why it's called Open Saturday, because it's open
Alright.
for everyone. So, welcome everyone to our weekly Open Saturday game. We actually have so many players here right now. I don't think I have a scenario big enough to fit everyone in here. And I don't think I have enough umpires to have everyone play. So...
I figured out my print screen thing, so I can
Oh.
umpire if you want me to.
Oh, okay. That's great. That's great. So and I might just add some units to the scenario as well. So now we have a nice amount of umpires. So there's a lot of new players here, it looks like. Don't worry, there are going to be quite a few older players in each team, and they will be able to guide you. We pretty much should have everything ready as umpires, and each side has a senior commander. This is going to be a Napoleonic game set in Western Germany. And let's just begin with the 4th of July celebrations in advance by playing some Napoleonic Kriegsspiel set in Europe. So we're gonna start the teams like this. We're going to start making teams like this, and that is, if you want to be French, go to blue 1 voice channel, and if you want to be coalition, go to the red 1 voice channel. So I repeat, if you want to be French, go to blue 1 voice channel. If you want to be red, which is coalition, go to red 1 voice channel. And this might be actually the biggest live game I've ever hosted.
Nobody wants to be French.
Oh man, yeah, we're gonna have to balance the teams. It's
Yeah,
a 1-to-1 ratio.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, how many players we have? We got 6 on the French side and 5 on the coalition side. Okay, that's fine. And okay, what are the player? Okay, so we got 6. So we got.
I think we got 6 on both now.
Okay, so we need 4 umpires then, and we have 6 umpires. Okay, dudes. So
We can run really fast today.
yeah. Well, do you guys want to have 2 players for each umpire? I think I made me complicating things. Vindictus, if you want to be French, go to red 1. I mean, I'm blue 1 voice channel. If you want to be coalition, go to blue 1. There we go. Spec. Okay, who is the least versed with the system? Because I think it might be an actual hindrance if we have this many players, people as umpires.
I think I'm the least one.
I'm definitely probably least versed. With
Oh, I
umpiring
am
in
the
general.
most versed, but
Okay.
the least skilled. I'll just put that out there.
Okay, while we think about this, Jan, can you start giving each player their own channel on the blue side? And Marshall, can you start giving each player their own channel on the red side? All of the channels already have the briefing and the tips for the player documents, but just begin issuing every player their channel, you two.
Sure, we'll
Is
do.
there a
Okay,
table
we'll
up?
do.
Is it?
Hello everybody. I'm now gonna assign you to your respective player text channels. And there you will find the briefing for today. So Sam, you're the overall commander, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that should probably be yours. Let's see. So your blue 1. And then I'm just gonna go through the channel in respective order. Wait, why can't I find your name here, Merlin? Let's see. Oh, there you are. Next is mod. And Vindictus number 6. Alright, so now everybody should have one text channel in the blue category respectively. Please scroll to the newest message and then you will find the briefing, which gives you information of the current situation and the units you have under your command. And I guess Sam probably has some plans to discuss with you once you've read through that. We'll give you some time and be back to take initial orders soon. Do you have any questions? Can everybody see the channel?
Can you ask Ottovski if we are using the Fourth Brigade?
Let me quickly check the briefing. What about the Fourth Brigade?
Or slots of it, we are using it.
I would say, given the number of players it is in play, the Fourth Brigade. Otto, right? The Fourth Brigade is included in the game.
The Fourth Brigade isn't included in the
It's
game.
not,
Is that
okay.
what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, what did you say? Sorry, are you asking a question or are you saying a statement?
Yeah, Sam was asking if the Fourth Brigade is in the game.
Okay, we have, let's see how many players we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. And how many brigades do we have for the French? Do you remember?
First, second, third, fourth,
6.
and 2 cavalry. 6, yeah. And the reserve, but...
Okay, we'll have it so...
Hi, this is Roger. I'm okay to just watch because I have no idea what's going on.
No, Roger, you're gonna get to play.
Yep.
Okay, let's say 6th Brigade isn't in game because... Okay, everyone except Sam gets a brigade. Too bad for you, Sam. You're gonna be the command. Are you fine with that, Sam? Do you have any big comments on this? Okay, just static. Alright.
So did you all read your briefing?
So just again for the new players, maybe the explanation. Every one of you should now have a restricted text channel in the blue category, which has your name on it. And if you scroll down to the newest message, you will find 2 messages from Otto, which includes the tips for the players, which you can for now ignore maybe, and a link to the French briefing. Just take a look at that and get an overview of the current situation and the forces under your respective command. So that would be then excluding the 4th Brigade. If you go through, like Sam is the overall commander, he is only the reserve forces under his command directly. And then we have Kinlan with the 1st Brigade, Merlin with the 2nd Brigade, Morty with the 3rd Brigade, the 4th Brigade is not included, and then we got Roger with the 1st Cavalry, and Vindictus with the 2nd Cavalry Brigade. And don't worry if you have never played before, we will just take care of you and answer any questions that come up regarding how to play the game when we take your orders. Everybody fine with that?
Yes, I have a question. Just to confirm this thing, I only have battalions, right? Like infantry battalions. That's it, right?
You have the 1st Brigade line infantry consisting of 8 battalions of line infantry.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sure.
I'm streaming right now. If you want to hop in, so that I can.
Let's put you on the motherfucking
Are the teams exactly even? Because I can just skip this weekend. That's fine.
Oh, you don't.
No,
you don't
no,
want to
no,
play?
no, no. We want you to play. Just
Okay,
put in-
you are going to be on the coalition side as a player, and we're going to give. Oh, actually, never mind that. You're going to be on the
French side.
French side as a player. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So go ahead and go.
Alright, it appears that the 4th Brigade has arrived.
Hi.
So I'll set you up.
Oh, so okay.
I set you up a channel for that.
So I'm the 4th.
Yes, I would say so. I guess because everybody else has now already looked at the briefing, I will set you up as 4th Brigade. Oops. One second, I saw the question ping there. I'll answer that in a second, no worries. So, let's see. Actually have to take a look at the briefing because the pieces are not named after the brigade. So what are you? 3rd Brigade, Morty. Marine Infantry, 6 battalions. Oh yes, the pieces actually have the Marin title on them. That is in column the 1 to 3rd. Yep, right in front of the cavalry.
to see it. But Nick, you're on the red side, so it doesn't matter that much anyways.
Okay.
So is that the army commander and who's?
The army commander is Robert, and
Yeah.
he
So
has the,
are we just using that for a brigade or?
let's use this one for
Right,
him.
okay.
But that's otherwise.
Oh, okay. I'll get rid of that one then.
All right. Have you already assigned this to the players?
Yeah, it's a note in the TTS.
Oh, yeah, first.
Okay.
Oh, nice. And whoever did the blue ones, thank you very much for adding the brigade numbers already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially as Genty was joining late, I put him on blue 7, so to avoid confusion.
By the way, Dave, ARP is going to be cavalry brigade, so
Okay.
to go a bit back with the thing. So Cutler Beckett is, I can just tell you what the names. Cutler Beckett is 3rd.
Right.
And yeah, then Gandalf is 4th and Macho is 5th. And we're going to skip the turns until combat. I'm gonna check if
So ARP is 4th, right?
Let me check. ARP is cavalry, so put him as whatever piece.
Right. Okay.
And 5th Brigade is Macho.
Yeah, I got that one.
And Gandalf should be.
The French ones. Somebody go on put on the French blocks each of the commander's name. So these general tokens, make sure each one of them has the general name. And same with the blocks. I'm gonna check with the players. And why is Marshall not here? What the heck? Why is Marshall in his
He's
own channel?
probably talking on stream right now. He's in his
Okay.
secret voice channel.
Yeah, not helping his friends. It's like, oh. Very nice. Okay, this guy needs a screenshot of that. So yeah, everyone make sure each general token has the name of the general that it represents, and make sure every piece that belongs to that general also has the name of the general, so we can quickly hover over the pieces and see which one is which. Hey, Marshall.
Hey, okay, so I'm red 1 and 2, is that correct?
If it says in the umpire note, yep.
Yep, okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna repeat what I said since Marshall came here. Everyone, make sure each piece has the name of the player that it is under. So each battalion has the name of the player it belongs to. I'm going to be giving this one guy his map, since he doesn't have a map.
So first...
And do we set up the
Brigade.
commander pieces with the brigades?
Yeah, have that be, put the each commander piece in the head of the column.
Okay, which brigade is First Brigade. Oh, he's wanting to switch with another player already.
Okay. Okay, so we have.
Well, no. I see only one command token out. I see the 4th.
Okay. By the way, Prussian 5th Brigade is now led by Robert, and Macho is leading the 1st Brigade. So if someone can do that, and also if no one has no one is doing anything, just shout out and we'll get you something to do.
I just need to take a look which regiments belong to which brigade here.
I have not.
Let's see. First Cavalry 11.
I can do these ones. Macho, there we go. Macho is gonna get into action quick.
Where is Gandalf? I mean, I cannot find Gandalf.
Which player?
Gandalf.
Oh yeah, Gandalf is 4th Brigade. Oh, Gandalf piece is Arps. Oh, never mind. Oh, this is 4th. I'm gonna change that to Gandalf. Gandalf.
They keep switching around. Like...
Yeah, I know it's so annoying, but no more switching. They are planning, so it's this is fine.
Okay.
This is Arp's piece here.
Right.
Arp.
Do we have another French commander token?
They're in the corner here, in the bottom left corner.
Oh, there.
I'm gonna check what's the situation with the players, how close they are getting ready.
What's happening?
So this is a bit annoying to set up to not override the XP of the units.
Yeah. But I think, yeah.
So let's see, that's not actually Roger, but... So we got 4 infantry brigades here and the 2 cavalry. So 5 is then 1st Cavalry. 1 cavalry.
I'm just doing...
And that's
I'm
this.
sorry, I have trouble. I need to disconnect and reconnect.
Sure.
Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I don't... oh, there's the Prussian briefing. That would be where my order of battle is.
Yep.
Crazy. Whoever thought about putting the order of battle in the briefing? Okay, now I know who the 1st Brigade is. So 1st Brigade... Oh, the players are switching around though, so do I probably need to switch there.
What does it mean they switch around?
Red 1 is switched with Red 7, and I don't know if he's switching command or positioning or what. I don't know what's being switched. Let me go down there and ask.
So that's the cavalry setup, and now we got 1st Brigade, that's killing.
Okay, how are we doing now, guys?
Oh, we need a bit because we don't want to override the experience of the units, of course. 24.
Yeah, the coalition is ready, but the French are still doing some stuff. I'm gonna, if you get added right now, it's because I'm writing your umpires. Which umpire you are. Oh, nice job, John, you already did that.
So... Yeah, right, so... Gandalf is commanding the... What, the Brandenburgs and the Pommersch, right?
Gandalf is here.
No, that's Cutler.
Sorry, so here is
Yeah.
Gandalf.
Well, yeah, that's the back of Cutler. So yeah, that's Gandalf starting from there. Okay.
Oh, Marshall is going to get blue 1 as well. I'm blue 7 because there's a 7th player.
So that's 2 brigade. And where is actually the French 4th Brigade forces?
Marshall, you're gonna get we're going to be umpire. I just added you in the umpire chats, the player chats that you are going to be umpiring.
Who's commanding the artillery? Is it just Robert or?
Yeah, it's Robert. If depends on who he's going to be issuing it to. And what did you say, Jan? Where's what?
I think I'm missing 1 brigade here in the setup.
What units does it have in it? It's in my. I think it's over here on the side because I didn't expect that many players. Which brigade is it? Is it the 4th Brigade?
I'm just trying to figure that out. Let's see. 3rd is the Marines.
Okay, Armatheus
yeah,
is
4th Brigade is
second
missing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The 4th Brigade is over here. It's gonna be at the back of the column now. We decide.
Are you sure this one are macho? I think it's up.
No, ARP is the cavalry.
Yeah.
This is the cavalry?
Yeah, he is. He wanted to. It
That's
got
the cavalry.
changed at one point because he wanted to be cavalry.
Sorry,
Yeah, I was wondering what Armenthus. So he's the.
All right.
Okay, so for
Okay, guys, 30 minutes has gone. I don't think it's taken me this long before to set up a battle, so let's get started.
Hang on, it's because we're confused about the pieces here.
Yeah,
I am too.
Here, I think it's
They're right here. Okay, so I've got 13, 4, 4, 4, 4.
And all of the 4th Brigade infantry, which quality are they? They have no XP.
They are. I'm gonna put them at 1 XP.
Okay.
Landward infantry. Okay, so this is.
They are. Wait, somebody changed it. It was correct before. I think. No, wait. Never mind. No, they are not correct.
Okay, so this here is. Armatheus or whatever his name is.
Yeah, that's correct. It's 2nd Brigade. I'm gonna check now. I got on my second minute.
I need to rename it then. ARMATHEUS or something like that. ARMENTHUS.
Yeah, it would just a suggestion for you, Otto. It would probably be better next time to put the XP rating behind the regimental name, and then just have the first the name thingy of the pieces be like the brigade and the name of the player, so we can quicker adjust that.
I don't know. It should be like that. You just hover your mouse over the piece and it shows the
No,
XP.
it has. Yeah, that's not the case. That's why we are taking so long, because the XP is the name of the piece.
No, that's.
You can see it at the same time.
No, macho is 1st Brigade.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, don't change it. It's macho here.
What is? Okay, so here in the green, is this also macho?
Yeah, it is macho there. It's all correct on the coalition side. I checked.
Okay, then I've changed it. Let me change it back.
No, don't change anything. It's all good. I checked. It's all good.
Okay.
And now the French. I believe the French.
All right.
Yeah, and now the French.
Because my guy switched, and then Red 1, he's now 5th Brigade.
Okay, everything is fine with the French. Nice. Okay, guys. So let's start with the game. So we're gonna skip until contact. So
quick question: Where's Robert? Is he wanting to start there, or is he wanting to start near the front, or?
I don't know why he's there. He should be at the front of his column, I think. So we're gonna put Jan, can you help me for a bit? Or are you doing anything right now? Or, okay, Dave, let's start putting each player into their channels. I'm gonna first go tell the French. So wait like 30 seconds, and then put the French, and I'll put the coalition.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna actually ask them first, so I'll come back.
Okay, who is the commander-in-chief then?
Which team?
I am so confused. So yeah, okay. So I've got right. So I have him set up in chat properly, but where is he at on the map? Is he number 1 because that piece says macho?
Let's see. There should be 2 different kinds of pieces. Is that not the case? Ah, so there should be a 1 piece with a little
right here.
medal on the collar. And the brigade pieces then don't have that medal, but it's hard to see.
Okay, but it says macho. So is that wrong?
That should be wrong, yes.
Macho is 1st Brigade, so,
Yes.
so I think that's why he gets.
Okay, there's a
this
brigade piece missing. Wait. I'll drop you a brigade commander piece for 1st. Oops. Both. So that's 1st Brigade piece here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the division commander. So that should be Robert. This one.
Okay, so this should be not macho, but
No, macho should be whatever Red 7
he
is.
should be
I don't
just
know.
brigade.
Yeah.
So he should be macho. Right
Yeah,
there.
I'm not
Okay,
sure how they split up, because your player channel names don't say which command they have.
Okay, so I just need someone to verify that this is corrected.
Yeah, Otto probably needs to tell you that.
Okay.
Oh, Vindictus, what are you doing away?
Why is that?
Man, they could so. I thought I explained that I'm gonna move you all to your own channels, but they were like so confused.
Otto, I need you to check the coalition number 1.
I'm sure that. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it's completely fine. Yeah, it's fine. Rita is their command. Okay, guys. So Vindictus, stay in your channel, please. Vindictus, please. It's on purpose. You're being moved there. Thank you. I'm kind of losing my mind here. Okay. Okay, guys. So each player is in their channels now. Okay, everyone go to your player and ask for orders, and as you get the orders, move the pieces on the map for 1 turn duration.
Make sure whoever's got Vindictus, it's his first time and he doesn't have a mic, make sure he knows to check his chat channel.
Yeah.
In addition to the being in the voice channel.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, let's get going now.
Can we turn on the grid?
Okay, sure. Yeah. But you guys, I'm gonna do that. Well, grid projection on. There we go.
Hallo, hallo. So, gibt es erste Befehle? Briefing ist ja, glaube ich, klar, brauche ich nicht erklären.
Ja.
Ich hab dich, ich kann schnell einen Screenshot machen. Du bist am Kopf der Kolonne mehr oder weniger auf diesem Hügel. Preislerkopf.
Und wie viel Uhr ist es?
Das ist eine sehr gute Frage, die ich dir gerade nicht beantworten kann.
Or the beginning of the battle.
Otto, just real quick, what's game time right now?
It's going to be, as we begin, it's going to be 0800. But we're going to
800.
skip
Got
the...
it. So it's 0800.
Okay. Gerade momentan nicht. Also ich würde eigentlich mit der ersten Brigade bleiben.
Zusammen mit der ersten, alles klar. Alright, it's 0800. I'll provide you a quick screenshot of the situation. Are you back actually?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry.
No worries. So that's the current situation. You were at the head of the column once the screenshot loads in your channel. Together with the overall division commander and the cavalry commander there. What are your initial orders?
Okay, so actually the first 4 pieces are mine, right?
Yes, the column on the road, that's your infantry brigade, yes.
Yes, I would like to move forward, like just start marching forward.
Okay, just follow the main road there.
Yeah, follow the main road until you get to the point between, like, there's a road point between Limba and Walba, right?
Yes.
I don't know what it's called. I think it's it starts with H, I think so.
Hühnerkirche, yep, that's the church.
Yeah, Hühner, there's something like that. I don't know. I can't read that. So
No worries.
just I would like to go there, but I would like to deploy some scouts also. Like.
Yep, fair enough. We will do that. Thank you very much. Hello, so I'll just quickly give you a screenshot of your initial position, although that don't really matter. So it's 0800, the game starts in front of you. The friendly units are beginning to march. What are your initial orders?
My initial orders are to continue down the road behind Fourth Brigade.
Yes.
Heading towards Limbach.
Very good. We will do that.
Okay, so the French cavalry commander is certainly going to be seeing the enemy forces there.
Yeah, it appears that these got orders to move anyway, so probably we'll have to rewind a little bit.
Yeah, it's fine. Ooh. So I've moved all of the forces according to my orders.
Same for me. So who's taking care of our... Where's the... there.
Guys, once you've run out of things, okay. Well, we can start reacting for this combat. So who has ARP? That's.
I have no idea.
Oh, that is Dave Pumphouse. Where is he? Okay, wait. He has written orders for his cavalry. So he wants to move them north. Okay, basically. Okay, we're gonna have a cavalry stare-off, basically. We're gonna have to move this whole column back a bit, because this cavalry likely arrived here before.
Yep.
So yeah, if you can help with that.
Sure.
Yeah, make them look nice. Thanks, John. MVP. Man, Marshall is taking why. And he didn't get the memo that. Oh, who is drawing blue lines? Oh, it's Dave. I'm gonna tell him.
By the way, which time is it?
It's going to be likely 08:15 the first turn. We're not going to be sending turn updates just yet. We, like I said, gonna skip till contact. Okay, I assume Macho's troops are moving north, because he... Oh man, if only Dave would come up so we could move his pieces.
Yeah, we can tell him once he is back that he should move them immediately.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to listen what he's...
I think actually this cavalry brigade would be here, not up there. So we probably have to rewind the movement even further.
Alright, Dave, yeah, as soon as you've gotten the orders, just move them on a table. So what are they doing?
How far are we moving infantry again? Sorry.
It's 4 grids on good roads.
4 grids on good roads. Okay.
And just to make clear the artillery, because Otto moved them, were they supposed to go up there or over here?
But what about if they were just going uphill? I mean, what, 2?
It's 1, yeah, take 1 grid off them. Yes.
Okay.
Dave, just real quick, because we probably have to rewind the French movement. The cavalry folks, are they supposed to be there or here?
I looked at the channel and they are at the correct position.
Okay.
Basically, they moved to screen.
Got it.
Just
and guys,
a line. This is woods here.
Yep, it is thick woods.
Yep.
Oh, Marshall, come into this channel.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, Marshall. As soon as you've taken all the orders, it just come into the umpire channel, and we can help you move the pieces.
Okay, and how far do they move under? Because he's on the road, and he's got to move.
It's up to you. It's up to you. Just as long as you get the pieces moving.
Okay. All right. Well, you can call them.
Whoa! What is this lag?
How did these guys get all the way up here?
They're cavalry.
Yeah, but like they were supposed to go this way.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, because he drew, because he thought he was starting up here. Right?
Oh, okay. Well, let's move them there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
then,
okay, sorry
wait
about
a second, I'll just move back the whole French column. Wait a second.
Nah, yeah, let's just fudge it like that. Yeah, let's have it be like that. Maybe the French cavalry, they were already hanging around. So
Okay. Just
What time did
stumbled.
we start, and how long are the time turns?
it's going to be 15 minutes each turn, and we're gonna start when everyone is ready. And the first turn is going to be 08:15.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, Macho's a little bit new, so
Yeah, it's fine. The first turns are always the hardest. So is everyone ready now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I don't hear any no's. So, alright guys, it's going to be 08:15.
Yes.
So start sending screenshots to the players. Once you've sent all the screenshots to each player, then go by one through the channels and listen to and describe the scene to them. And after you have described the scene to them, be very descriptive. Go back to the first player you talk to and see if they have orders. And once you get orders, just start moving pieces on the table. No need to draw arrows. It takes less time that way. And let's get this stuff. So,
Alright,
08:15.
Oh, one quick question. The Austrian cavalry, are they hussars or chasseurs?
They
or...
are hussars. They are
Yeah.
also the Prussian cavalry is hussars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any?
Are we really in limbo?
What am I doing in blue one?
Yeah, I'm wondering as well.
Wow. Wow.
Oh wow.
Okay.
There goes the intel.
Yeah. Well,
I was just wondering why. How could we all be in limbo?
oh Lord.
Just rush
Oh
in.
Lord. I need to edit the live stream. All right, guys. Thanks.
Okay. I didn't hear anything. Okay. What were you saying?
Yeah. All right.
What
so,
were you saying? I think you were saying something about. I don't know. It was
no,
just words to me.
Just
I
forget,
couldn't understand
just forget
anything.
everything Marshall just said.
Yeah.
So you moved
just
up.
forgetting.
It's 08:15 now. The column moved up. Right in front of you, the light cavalry brigade seems to form up. So there might be a reason that the enemy is close by. They are forming battle formation right in front of the column.
Okay. The light cavalry brigade is forming a formation.
Yes.
Oh, how did they already come here? Like, how fast is to the coalition? They are cheating.
You don't
don't
even
worry.
know where they started.
I think
so.
I would say what would you say? Is it the same for both of us?
The same what?
Is the report the same for both of us? Jan
Yeah,
and,
sure. You're co-located. You're both together at the
Martin and
same
me.
location.
Okay. So Martin, what do you want to do?
Okay, so
Forget you heard about whatever
Probably.
Sam said. Just
you probably have to deploy now. So I want you to deploy in line formation.
okay. 2 lines or 1 line?
2 lines. Like I wanted you extend the line to north and west.
Okay, the same place as before. So we are following the plan.
Looks like no. I don't think that we can.
No, you earlier you said you wanted me to go to between Limba and Walba. So are we going there or just am I following you and deploying?
Yeah, you are going to deploy.
Yeah,
Okay.
for now the road is stuck, the cavalry is in front of you deployed, so you can't just move through them. And as Sam just said, you're ordered to deploy. So now you need to tell me how you want your brigade to deploy at this position.
I would say my brigade, I'm gonna be deploying 2 lines? Martin, you said 2 lines, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 2 lines.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 regiment in front, that is then, and second behind them, yeah? Which would be
Okay,
24th in front and 10th in second.
Give me a second.
Yeah, that would be it.
Wait, is the cavalry brigade gonna be first, or is it gonna be my brigade first?
The cavalry is in front of you.
Okay, so he would be deploying as it is, right?
They are already deployed in front of you, yes.
Okay, then so 24th and 10th.
Yep, will do. Alright.
2 lines, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Alright, so it's 08:15. The column moved up, but not as far as you would have expected the man to march in 15 minutes. So the column seems to slow in front of you. What do you want to do?
Quick question before that.
Yes.
The picture you sent me, it looks as if my troops are not on the road. Is that correct?
Let me see. Yes, but that's my fault. They are meant to be on the road.
Okay, just wanted to double check.
Yeah, good point. We just needed to move them a little bit, so. So do you just want to follow the column for now?
Yes, I'll continue following the column.
Good, very good. All right, just as a note for you, if you want to communicate with any other player not at your position, you will have to do that via dispatch. So just write into your channel if you want to tell anybody or ask anybody stuff. Write the current time where you are, to whom the message should go, and then the message itself, and we will take care of delivering that. Okay?
Okay.
Great. Okay, just a little reminder, especially for the new players here. If you want to communicate with any player that is not at your position, like Sam is with you right now, but let's say you wanted to communicate with anybody else.
Yeah, I was just about to do that.
Yeah, you need to write a dispatch.
Should I write it down? Should I write it down, or do you want to?
No,
should I say it to you?
You would have to write it down in your player channel. Write down the current time of the turn. So now it would be 08:15. Then where you are, who you are, to whom the message should go, where you assume them to be, and then the message itself, and we will take care of sending it.
Also,
Yep.
can I move to the cavalry commander?
Absolutely. We will do that for you.
I have one more question. Wait, what was I supposed to ask? Wait, I wanted to ask something I forgot. Yeah, what did the report say? The report said there are enemies ahead, right? Like, actually, no, they were. What did the report say?
The report said that the light cavalry brigade in front of you did deploy. That's all you know. Because they are sort of in the way. You can't see anything behind them.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
No worries.
I'll be sending the dispatch to you in the channel.
Yes, in your player channel, yes.
Thank you.
All right. All right, let's take a quick look at the YouTube now that we're here. All right. right. Okay, turn 2 is done. And Achilles, I actually like that a lot. That's how I want to be. Let's get these turns processed. Let's move.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the players now react that they are so close to each other.
Yeah. Do you know who the heck Spine commands? He's talking about brigades that I don't see, or battalions I don't see on here. He's talking about a 12th brigade or whatever. I don't know. I don't even see the number 12 on here.
So he is the overall commander, right?
Yeah.
Is there maybe a reserve?
And I have the 2 batteries at the tail end of the column that are his. He's got a couple 6-pound batteries.
Yeah, let me quickly check the Prussian briefing.
But everything else is allocated to other commanders, and I don't want to change anything.
Oh no, wait.
Alright, sorry guys for taking a bit. I'm ready. I got my players with orders.
Yeah, there was a question from Marshall about the 12th Brigade, but it should probably be Reserve Infantry Regiment, number 12.
And which one is that, though? Because everything is assigned to someone else, and I don't want to take away something.
What is the unit name you are looking for?
What? 12th Brigade.
12th Brigade, I mean 12th.
Yeah, that's not here. So probably that's 12th Regiment.
Oh, you mean 12th Regiment there?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that is part of the 5th Brigade.
Part of the 5th Brigade, yeah. Yeah, the 5th Brigade, the 2nd and the 12th, which are 7 battalions total, but where are they?
I think it might, yeah, it's over here, not on the map. There we go, we're gonna put it on the map. Yeah, that kind of explains it.
Well, oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't think there were going to be that many players, so...
Why is Robert here 5th Brigade Commander? That's...
Okay.
Whatever Robert is commanding them. He's not... Robert is in the front anyways, and the 5th Brigade is in the back, so it doesn't matter. So it's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. We can fudge it. It's just I thought I was losing my mind.
No worries. Yeah, there we go.
I was I know I'm not the smartest guy, but holy
just
crap.
Make sure whoever placed this brigade piece here, brigade commander piece, that's probably not Robert.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, that's some clone. Yeah, let's put him back. Okay, but is everyone ready?
Yes.
Yes, we're able to give reports.
Okay, nice. So what happened is the French cavalry just stayed in position. Yeah, no one hears anything. So it's 08:30. Let's go.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So it is 08:30, and Sam, you're with the cavalry now, and you see in front Prussian, what appears to be Prussian cavalry formed on the hill right in front of you, and some more movement to the west. There are some indications of columns moving along the road east of Limbach. Anything you want to do? Or I can give you some time and give reports to First Brigade.
Sure. We can do it.
Yep. Alright, welcome back. It's 08:30. Your brigade is starting to form up. You're overseeing that. The 10th Regiment is coming up behind you, just in the progress of forming into a secondary line.
Okay, 10th Brigade is Merlin, right?
The 10th Regiment is...
Oh, 10th Regiment, sorry.
Yeah, that's part
10th
of
Regiment.
your...
Okay.
Part of your
Okay,
brigade.
what about, like, what's happening in front of me?
It appears not a lot. The cavalry has moved a little bit, formed up their ranks, but that's all you can see.
Is it possible to send scouts?
You can absolutely send scouts, yep.
Okay, I would like to send scouts, please.
Okay, to where exactly?
Just ahead of light cavalry, maybe? Is it possible to do it ahead of light cavalry?
Depends on how many guys there are going. I'd assume you could probably send some of your skirmishers, like on the flanks of the cavalry, to keep an eye to the west and north, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that maybe. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Maybe deploy the skirmishers to the north and the
Yeah, and other than that,
to
just
the
deploy in position. Yeah.
north and the west. Yeah.
Yes.
West is.
All right, we'll do that.
Okay. Is it possible to deploy on the east as well? Oh, is it possible to deploy in the east as well?
Whom do you want to deploy there? The
Skirmishers, just skirmishers. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Just look out for the road to the side, beside of them. To the side, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's all. So, north, east, and west.
Absolutely, we will do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Let me see. There were some messages coming in for 2nd Brigade. In front of you, it appears that the 1st Brigade is forming up into battle formations. And yeah, the cavalry is heading along.
Quick question. Am I supposed to be seeing this on a live stream also, or in my single player game?
You set up your own table if you have Tabletop Simulator and push your pieces around and place them as you think they are.
Oh, okay.
And that's all. So yeah, don't watch any stream and don't join the umpire table or anything like that.
And who is my superior commander?
That would be Sam, who is going under Martin Renault right now.
Got it.
Yeah, and just as an information for you, I don't know if you've been told that if you want to communicate with anybody who's not at your current location, you can send dispatches, which means you just write down the message in your player channel with the current time, who you are, to whom you want to send it, and then the message, and we will take care of that. So let's say if you wanted to send a message to your overall division commander, you could do that. All right?
Sounds good.
Any orders for 2nd Brigade, Merlin?
Quick question.
Yes.
Do I know which way is east?
The map is actually oriented in the north, so east is to the right.
So east is to the right then?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Do you just want to follow the other brigade in front of you?
No, I've been given a different order. I'm going to have my troops deploy along the hill with me, facing east, in a one line.
Facing to the east. So, okay. Yeah.
General Vindictus, at the same time, do you have any orders?
Yes, I do.
What are they?
Ordering my 2nd Cavalry Brigade to proceed just, off to the right of the infantry column on the main road, northwest to just east of that town of Limbach.
Gotcha.
So basically, I'll be like right by I'll be facing west by, in the H in Limbach, I'll be facing west.
Right.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay, and just one last time to be sure, Merlin, you want to deploy sort of along the road on this hill that you were at, facing to the east, yes?
Yes, that's the dispatch I received, so I'm going to follow it.
All right.
And otherwise...
So, are you ready for the next time?
The column appears to be halted unless Cutler's going to move. But I don't know. They're still, they're confused. They're sorting themselves out, so there's a penalty for that.
Alright, gotcha. So everything is moved then?
Yeah, well, it looks like Cutler's going to move. Nick's going to move Cutler, and then the column will move up, and then that'll be it.
Okay. And these guys in the Gandalf's guys have been moved as well. In the south. Hey Nick.
Yes.
Do you need any help? Is everything done?
Just waiting for Cutler because he's writing. He has no mic, so he's in order. But well, more or less, I think he's going to move here.
Okay, well, then let's go with the next turn, and everyone can take a screenshot where Cutler isn't included, or if he's like, depending on what he's doing. Just move on with the next.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't come back.
Can I move to wait, I think that's... I want to move to 2nd Brigade.
2nd Brigade will be done.
Thanks.
So let's see. Screenshot for Sam. Okay, so to describe the situation to you was as you're moving back through the still deploying 1st Brigade, you see that the 2nd Cavalry Brigade is moving up on the left flank, so they are moving there along the small road along the forest. And now you are here at the Preislakov together. The current situation, you see that the 2nd Infantry Brigade is deployed along the road facing to the east. Any questions?
Oh, I think I did write it wrong in my dispatch. I meant west, but yeah. Oh no, I don't have any questions.
Okay, yeah, I see a second dispatch there, but that's probably not needed to be sent anymore. Okay. Good, I'll be back in a second. All right. So you are still overseeing the deployment of your brigade. 10th Regiment is almost completely deployed now. In the meantime, the 2nd Cavalry Brigade has passed by your left flank along the small road there, along the woods. And yeah, your scouts you sent in that direction are sort of trying to get away, make place for them, but to the north and the northwest, your scouts report that there is enemy light cavalry deployed on the hill in front, like to the northwest, that is, and there are indications of movement behind them.
Behind them, okay.
Yes.
Can the scouts see what type of units are there?
Not exactly. They can tell that it's light cavalry, but they can't tell what is going on behind them. They just see movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's some lineup behind them, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I have a question. Is it possible for my units to veer off the path and just go, like, to the right of Martin?
Absolutely, yes. They can leave the road, yeah.
Yeah, I would like to have my units, to the right of the light cavalry, maybe? A single line. Actually, both lines.
Okay, so sort of obliquely shift over there. Yeah, got it. We can do that.
Yeah, to the right. Just
Yes.
get down and maintain the same 2 lines. That's all.
Yep. Is there any
I have a
specific
question.
point where you want to be?
Just between the 2 greens. There's 2 green fields, I think so.
Yes. Okay. Yep.
I have a question. What's that behind me?
Behind you, it appears that the 2nd Brigade has deployed in a line facing to the east.
To the east.
Yep, so it appears.
Oh.
But your overall commander has moved past you, and probably he's also passing by 2nd Brigade, if not stopping there, so he will probably
Are they
take care of
fighting?
that.
Are they fighting?
No indications of that, no. No indications of any
Okay,
fighting.
no
yes.
indication.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Anything from the skirmishers to the east?
To the east, nothing. They moved out.
Actually,
some moved into the woods, some moved there to the slight northeast on that hill, whatever that is. I can't really read it.
what about the west?
Amtmann. Those you sent to the west, they were occupied getting out of the way of the cavalry, which was moving there. So they can't really tell what's going on.
Okay. Actually, I think I'm gonna hold my position right now.
Okay, so you don't move to the right?
No, I don't want to move to the right. No, I will. Yeah, I think I just want to hold my position because I don't know what that's the 2nd Brigade behind me, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Who is in charge of 2nd Brigade?
2nd Brigade, that is Merlin.
Merlin?
Yep.
I thought he was in cavalry. Then who is... The another type of cavalry.
The light cavalry in front of you is commanded by Roger, and the heavy cavalry which passed by on your left flank is commanded by Vindictus.
Ah, okay. Okay, thank you.
No worries.
The cavalry that has ridden off.
Jan is here to receive your orders.
Yes.
Oh, I want to move to 2nd Cavalry.
I don't know who is in charge of the 2nd Cavalry. Do you know, Marlene?
I think that's Vindicus.
Yep, that's right.
I think so. I think so too, because I don't know. Maybe the bolt, but I don't think so.
But I don't know where he has gone off. I'm go there to talk with him because he has to stay in reserve.
Okay, any orders from the 2nd Brigade?
Say again?
I need your orders for this turn. Do you want to stay or move?
No, I'm going to move to the west, behind or to the flank of Fourth Brigade facing west.
Okay, so you want to turn west and then move into the woods?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright.
Yes, and guard Fourth Brigade's flank.
Yep, understood. Thank you.
Alright, so we're finishing the 9:45 turn, or are we doing the 9 a.m. turn? Because
8:45, I think, still.
yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Whoever moved Morton needs to stop. Who is that? Is that Dave?
Which one, sorry?
Where is he even?
Hey guys, what's up with the pointings on the map?
Yeah, stop that movement.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. You need to rewind that because we have a bit of a funny situation now.
Okay, gotcha. Don't worry about it. By the way, I don't have any other orders from my guys.
Okay, so we also need to move these guys back.
Okay.
Because as they are moving up, these folks are ordered to turn and move to the west.
Okay, nice.
So we have a bit of a confusion maybe here. So I just, I don't know, create a bit of a mess here.
Man, I'm surprised every game I play this scenario, the Prussians are so aggressive. Nick and Marshall, do you need anything? Have you guys moved your pieces already?
No.
Yeah,
we're moved.
This one, well, this infantry and this cavalry can see each other, or?
Yeah, let's. If they move just into formation, let's have that no one is shooting yet. Let's stare off. I don't know. Let's have single musket shots, maybe. Oh no, it's a thick forest. They can't see it. Yeah, they're just looking at each other.
And where is the commander-in-chief of the Red? It's here.
I'm gonna go ask Dave if he needs.
Yeah, so... Okay, let's say...
Alright, Dave, are you ready? Do you need any help?
No, I'm fine. It's just that Macho's a little bit new, so...
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, have you moved everything?
I have not moved everything yet, no.
Okay. What do you need help with?
I'm just processing orders. That's it.
Okay, have you gotten your... Okay, yeah, I see you moved those.
Yeah.
What about this artillery here of spines? Is this whole column just staying put?
That's where they're at. That's where they've reached. Although Cutler's unit has moved quite fast.
Oh, well, I guess his men are just very fit then. Okay, so is everyone ready now?
Yes.
Okay, guys. Okay, Jan, you ready?
I'm good, yeah.
Okay. By the way, let's make sure everyone says like yeah when we're ready. So it was a bit unclear because I was dumb if we were moving on to the next thing. But yeah, okay, guys, it's 0900. Let's go.
All
10
right.
minutes. That was below 10 minutes. Okay.
Right.
So let's keep this up.
Yep.
Everything has been below 10 minutes. John, you can give the situation report to the other generals with Marshal of France, I mean, with Sam, because they're so close to each other and no one is doing anything.
All three, yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Oh wait, never mind. Oh yeah, he's not there right now. I'll move Sam.
No, he wanted to be with second Cav.
Yeah, I'll move him to the channel with second Cav.
Yeah. Did you send them screenshots already?
I copied the screenshots you sent to Sam to me.
Good.
So you got that card now.
And I also take their orders? For the cavalry? Yep.
Where was we?
Alright, gentlemen, so you're all sort of assembled here, the 2nd Cavalry Brigade on the left flank, the 1st on the right flank. Behind you can see 1st Brigade deployed in double lines. It appears that in front of you there is now an infantry brigade, Prussian infantry brigade deployed, and on their left they have the light cavalry, which you did see before. Your scouts are realizing that on your left flank there is Prussian infantry moving through the woods to your position.
I think you described that backwards. Aren't the heavies the darker blue, and the 2nd Cavalry Brigade is on the right, and the 1st Cavalry Brigade on the left?
I don't think so. First should be the light, right?
Yes, and they're the smaller icons.
Yes, the smaller bar, that's the light cavalry, and the thicker bar with a smaller one, that's cuirassiers, heavy cavalry on the left. So that was correct.
I think so. I was just going by the icons on the tabletop. Let me double check. Yep, that's correct.
Great.
So I was wrong in explaining that to Roger. So it's the opposite of what I said. You're on the right, I'm on the left.
Okay, thank you.
The way I look at it is if those Prussian lights on my left want to charge down that rough ground into ravine and uphill towards me, more power to them. Because if they do, they're going to get slaughtered by my counter charge of, a limited counter charge. I'll be charging downhill from clear. So I'm just going to hold my heavies where they are.
So I did arrive, and the plan has changed, and the heavy cavalry is to go behind 1st Brigade because I want them in reserve.
Okay. You took 1st Infantry Brigade or 1st Cavalry Brigade?
1st Infantry Brigade.
Got it. Yeah.
And for to First Cavalry. I want you to stay on the right side of First Brigade.
Okay, so where do you want to move?
So I'm going to be moving behind that line of infantry, and you're going to shift just a little bit to the right so that you're off to their right front.
Okay. Sam, where do you want to go yourself?
I will be going to... Okay. I will be going to First Brigade.
To first, roger that. And then First Cavalry moves to the right, yes?
Moves to the right, yes.
Okay, let's see. Okay, and Second Cavalry, you wanna use the road you came up to move behind?
Yes, and move behind the infantry.
Roger that, thank you very much. Alright, so you are deployed and now completely deployed. There is still no combat noise. Some of your scouts indicate that there is potential enemy movement in the woods west of you.
In the west of me?
Yes. And that's about it. You see that there's a bit of a chaos behind you on the road.
Okay, so what's happening there? I can't seem to understand. Like, they're moving, they have deployed and they're moving again?
Yeah, it appears that the Second Brigade is sort of starting moving through a column that is coming up the road.
Okay.
Do you have any new orders?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have my... It's not okay to split the regiments, right? Or is it okay?
The regiments should stay together, but you can use them both independently. So you could use the 24th at one position and the 10th at another position.
Yeah, so there's still something in the woods, right? Like, there's some movement up north, right? Near Kirsch.
Yeah, there's movement in the north, although you can't really see that anymore. Your scouts are reporting there is movement. And there is movement to the west of you.
But there's fighting to the woods of the east, to woods of the west.
No fighting so far.
No,
Everything is
I thought you said something about fighting.
No combat. They're just movement.
Okay, I think I'm gonna be extending my line to the west, like to cover the west side.
So you would use your second line for that, the 10th Regiment?
Yes, thank you. Yes.
And move them into the woods?
Yeah, into the woods. Just, yeah. To the west. Have them face the west, but not completely west, like something like northwest? Yeah, northwest for now.
Alright. We will do that.
Actually, no, scattered, completely west, yeah. Have the 10th line. The second line is the 10th Regiment, right?
Yes.
Yeah, do that, please. Thank you.
Yep, sure.
Okay.
Alright, so you've probably been briefed already, I guess?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah,
Yes.
so there's.
I was gone well. Did Merlin have any orders? I got the other orders.
I think Marlene into the restroom right now.
Okay, well, okay. Let's just go, John. It's going to be fine. I got enough orders.
Okay.
Wants to know.
I mean, they are stuck there anyway, so.
Mortar's guys were on the west side and wanted to move west, and they see that these guys, so they're moving to like meet
Yeah,
them
it's
somewhere.
really chaotic right now.
Yeah,
The
and
cavalry
it's-
tries to scoop to the right, but it's threatened immediately by enemy infantry.
But
They
yeah,
are
now
moving to-
everyone is ready, and let's say that they are actually musket shots now heard, because
Yeah.
this is everyone is so close.
Yeah.
And it's about in this forest or something like that. But yeah, holy crap, the French are kind of screwed.
Yeah, they've really got themselves into a pickle.
Yeah, so everyone ready, Nick and Marshall?
Yep,
Yes.
ready.
Okay, let's go to 0915.
All right.
Just a question.
Yep.
Regarding these guys, do they see each other? Do we show on the screenshot?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they are close enough. How do you want to do this? Okay, never mind. Roger and Vindictus are not close anymore. Yeah, never mind. I was wondering how to do that screenshot.
Hello. So, a lot of movement is going on around you. The column behind, so the 10th Regiment has turned to the west. They are trying to deploy there. Meanwhile, the 2nd Cavalry Brigade is trying to move through the road there, so there's a bit of a traffic jam. And at least you can sort of guess and see that behind on the road where the 2nd and 3rd Infantry Brigades were sort of mixed in together. Those all have now turned to face to the west and started moving into the woods. You can hear slight musket fire, probably skirmish fire to the north and to the west.
Well, okay.
I'll let you think about that and be back in a second.
That's why the road is clogged up right now, because I went east, then I'm trying to head west, but now the road's blocked by other guys.
Yeah, I'll have a report for you. So, it appears now that the 3rd Brigade has also turned to the west, moved into the woods. So that sort of solves your current position, hopefully. You do hear skirmish musket fire from the woods to the west, and also some musket fire from the north.
The north. From the north?
Yes.
Mm.
I'll give you some time to think about that and be back to take your orders.
Okay.
About the roadblock, I think there's not much that we can do. Just let the cavalry pass.
Enemies are on the east. Sorry, our enemies are on the west and the north side, right?
Yeah.
So the cavalry is coming back now?
Yes, because I want them in reserve.
Okay, should I move my the front line towards the west right now?
Yes, I think you're already doing that currently.
No, the 24th Regiment. Or do you want them behind you just, for backup?
Like to the west, I want them.
To the west.
Let me explain the situation. The 24th Regiment is deployed in line, facing to the northwest. And then we have the 2nd line, the 10th Regiment is currently moving into the woods to the west.
Okay. But it is blocked right now, or?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to let the cavalry pass, not all of the battalions will be able to move into the woods, and also there's a bit of a space problem there because the 3rd Brigade is on your left flank moving, so you can't deploy in a full line.
Okay. 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 What I'm gonna do is there are 2 battalions that are in line with the 3rd Brigade, right?
Yes.
I want them to move coherently with them, like
Yes.
at the same time, and allow the cavalry to pass. If there is time, I want them after the cavalry have passed, I want the other 2 battalions to move into the woods.
All right. If they encounter enemies, what should they do? Do they have any orders?
Yeah, just attack them.
Just attack them, all right. And any orders for the 24th Regiment?
24th. To my north, I see some troops, right? But I don't know what they are, right?
That is the light cavalry, enemy light cavalry there to the north.
Okay.
Do you
I
want
know
to
it's
react
not
to that?
good to. Yeah, it's not good to split the regiments, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Just have the 24th Regiment. Oh, there's a fighting in the north, right? So yeah, just for now, let them face a bit north.
Okay, adjust to the north. Yep, we will do that. Thank you.
I'm basically on the hill, Place Lukov, like on the hill, like right next to the road.
Okay. Could you
I think
go ahead?
No, I think I can see him. He's I think right behind me.
Yeah.
Like in the map.
You should
Okay.
both orient to your west.
I'm here to take your orders, especially for Merlin. I don't know, have the other 2 of you given orders already?
Not entirely, no.
I can give my orders if you want. For this turn, I will just face west and start to prepare to engage the enemy column.
So you are 3rd Brigade, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's see. Move up and engage the enemy.
Yeah.
We will do that. Okay.
Perfect. Now I think nobody else has orders. Or Nicolier.
Merlin maybe first,
one
because
moment.
you're just right behind the 3rd.
Yes.
Do you want to continue to the west behind them in a secondary line?
Yes, I want to form a secondary line and follow behind them.
Okay. We can do that. Let me move you over here. All right, and then who else did we have here? That is Nicolier. You are the 4th Brigade, right?
Yes.
What are your orders?
My orders are: I see infantry coming at me from the west. I would like to form up, holding the Preisterkopf hill from west to southwest. And I do not want to advance on the enemy. I want to hold the hill, as it seems like there's an enemy column advancing on us through that forest road.
Okay, wanna deploy in a just straight line or double line? Or
kind of a hugging the hill, so like west and then southwest, so kind of refusing the flank a little.
We just want to close them in, I think. Like an encirclement, I think, from what I understand.
Yeah, I guess I can hold just hold west southwest of Preisterkopf from my current position, if that makes any sense, Jan. I can show you on a screen
Do
on my
you
screen share
wanna
if you'd
wanna
like.
move yourself down to your brigade?
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good to me, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jan. I assumed my location was with my brigade. Am I with a different brigade at the moment?
You were up with the other commanders at Preislerkopf.
Okay, I see now. I see that I'm looking at a different brigade. I thought I was looking at my brigade. That wasn't made clear to me. Yes, I will. So is my brigade actually still near Gorsthroth?
It is on the main road there, which is pointing to Wiesbaden.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
right along the word Wiesbaden.
So they're south of Preisterkopf.
Yes.
Okay. I'd like them to move on that road that is south of Preisterkopf that follows along. I believe that's a creek, and move west and occupy. It's basically the same order, but I don't want them to use the main road. I'd like them to pull off the main road.
Okay. Yep. We can do that. I think. Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Nicoliere, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you know where is Martin?
Hey Jan, is it fine how we're doing this right now according to the orders? Or is everything fine?
Yeah, everything is good. They are trying to form a double line, and yeah, all good.
Okay. Let's just have a full-on firefight here.
Yes.
Can someone
and
add
everybody
smoke
in the
to
woods
these
is so hilarious.
Yeah, it's surprisingly a lot of hits though. Like I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy got flipped. I'm sure.
So-
Can someone add smoke to these guys? I'm gonna roll.
We could probably have applied some disruption for the woods, but anyway.
Yeah, but I don't know. Everyone is just having fun, like walking through the woods right now. It's no reason to ruin the fun. Oh, wow, way less hits on this side of the front, but a lot of people running low on ammo though. There we go. Everyone is going to be tired after trekking through. And that's that there. Anything else, guys? Everything is moved?
Yes.
Moved.
Okay, guys, so there's going to be some smoke rising in the woods. Not that much, though, but everyone is in woods, so it's like horrible to see anything. And there's definitely musket rockets, so
Yeah.
let's go on to 0930, guys.
All right.
Doing well with the turns. That was another 10-minute turn, but now things are starting to heat up, so maybe we need to actually do 15-minute turns. Damn.
All right. So it's now 9:30. And so your 10th Regiment has, as ordered, moved into the woods, engaged the enemy. You can hear heavy musket fire from the woods there in general to your west and southwest.
Mm-hmm.
The 2nd Cavalry Brigade did move through, but there's no space right now for the 2 battalions of the 10th to get engaged with the enemy. Additionally, your 24th Regiment has sort of denied their right flank. They have pulled back the 2 battalions there, and you can see that the light cavalry brigade is formed up to your right. In front of you to the north, you see now a massive Prussian infantry line deployed with the light cavalry that you did see before there to the north.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I have one question.
Yep.
You said something about the 24th Regiment. What is that? I didn't get that.
They have sort of denied their right flank, meaning the rightmost 2 battalions have pulled back and are now facing north, while the leftmost 2 battalions have stayed in position because they can't move backwards. There's the 10th behind them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So to the west there is fighting, right?
There is heavy fighting in the woods, yeah.
Is the entire 10th Regiment taking participating in it, or no?
No, so there is only space for 2 battalions to deploy and fight right now. The other 2 were staying back because there was no place and they had orders to let the cavalry pass through.
Okay, but there is space right now.
Not so much, no.
Okay, there isn't enough space for the other 2 battalions to form up.
You could push them through to form up sort of on the right flank of the 2 engaged right now, but that would expose their right flank to the enemy coming up from the northwest.
Okay.
So if you keep them as they are, they will probably the regimental commander will probably use the 2 battalions as a reserve and switch through if the engaged units get disrupted.
Okay. So how is the 10th Regiment like? Is it battered up or?
You can't really tell for now.
Okay.
You can of course move over there if you want to get a better impression.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna Also, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my commander come to the west side to take a look at what's going on.
Yep.
And I want the 24th Regiment to hold their line, and if there is a contact with the enemy, just hit them, just try to kill them.
Yep.
And I want the other 2 battalions that are not currently they are not doing anything, right?
No. They are acting as a reserve for the regiment.
Okay. I want one of the battalions to serve as reserve for the 24th and the other one to serve as a 10th.
Okay. Got that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes, what is your... Jan, I described the scene, by the way.
Yep.
Okay, charge to them. Literally, that's the order.
Okay, Morte, are you going to... General Gretti and Ferrier are going to stay in the front rank then? Are you going to lead the charge from the front?
Yes, I am.
Alright.
Vive l'empereur.
Yeah, I will stay back.
Even the 2nd Brigade is following me.
Alright. So 2nd Brigade, did you already give your orders, Merlin?
I put it in chat, but I can tell you now.
Yes. I see. Support the charge. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to support Third Brigade in their charge against the enemy.
All right.
Also, I will move to 2nd Cavalry.
Move to 2nd Cavalry, of course.
Oh wait, no. I will move to 4th Brigade because I don't know what is happening there.
4th Brigade to the south. Yep.
And also, is the artillery still moving up or?
You can't really see that, so.
Martin, a question. Who got the artillery? Because I don't know.
Artillery's on the road command, yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Right. Everybody else gave their orders already?
Yes, I say already mine to charge with the brigade commander at the front, leading it.
All right. Thank you. Okay. So we need to roll some combat here. Where are the dice? Oh, and also cavalry engagement, I see.
Yeah.
Cavalry was the blue die.
Okay, I got my stuff done.
Yeah, we need to roll combat.
Oh yeah. Hot cap. So these French, I'll resolve the forest combat in this place.
A glorious charge.
Yeah, they ordered a charge. I'm gonna say like they start charging, but it's like hard because of the terrain and everyone's shooting.
Okay, because Beckett is retreating basically. He's giving ground.
Okay, let's have those guys not. Okay, there we go. Okay. The Umpire God decides that it's a relatively organized retreat. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, let's spread out some hits.
Where's the ammo thingy? Did I get that with the other? Yeah, there.
You can copy it from the pieces.
Who is getting hit? Sorry.
Did you? Oh, you moved. Are these guys?
This guy are moving up to attack, and this one are retreating.
Lol. Okay. That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay. There's only 2 battalions there to face. Oh. Wait. What the heck did I do? Okay.
So that's
there we go. That's our beautiful roll there. Okay, so it's bad terrain still. So only one guy. Only the French dealt some damage, but Nick, looks like this was really like exhausting for the men because everyone got low on ammo, so you could have that mean that. And I'm also going to remove the low ammo on the French in this forest, and I'm gonna take it out from the supply column. I'm gonna say that they're like being supplied on the front, and to signify that there's no battle there, I'm gonna smoke to them.
All right. Who has macho?
Me.
Okay. He's got a battery now that's attached.
Okay.
He's got 6-pound guns. I moved it to the rear of his thing. I basically just reported their arrival.
Yeah.
Alright, now they're all going to hear this combat finally. He's got guys just moving farther away from the battle. But now he'll see smoke and hear it.
I was wondering what Armentus was doing up there.
Yeah, no, that was soul crushing to see that, but he just didn't know. He's been back in Limbach this whole time.
Okay. So Is every of the combat resolved now, by the way?
We still need to roll the cavalry over here.
Okay. Let's, yeah. Yeah, that's nice.
So, what do we got? Advantage, that's nothing. Nothing a rout on these guys. Then we have heavy, they are not heavy. Experience, they have 2, it's nothing. And advantage is not a thing here. So basically these guys won't take it.
Shall I like, oh yeah, you handle it.
Yeah, now the question is what we wanted these guys to do.
Yeah, let's just have them like, both of them like kind of push back.
Yeah, maybe these abilities.
Yeah, Prussians can definitely push back since.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put like 1 there since they have carbines. So it was like they charge, but the chasseurs à cheval pew them a bit. And they were like, oh heck, these horses know likey, and they ran away. Alright, so now everything is ready, right?
Yep, I think so.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
the map show.
They didn't move?
Ready.
No, no, they've been just told to face west.
Okay.
Alright, so let's go to 9:45.
Yep.
Alright.
That was 15 minutes that time, holy moly. Oh, that charge actual kind of like pushed the enemy back, question mark, because they retreated and then they were ordered to retreat anyway.
Yeah, shouldn't they sort of move up a little bit then?
Yeah, I'm gonna, yeah, this is them moving up. There we go. It was like a pretty anticlimactic charge. I like that I can just steal screenshots from you, John. So, like, faster than.
Sam, you shouldn't be here, right? You should be down there.
Let's move Vindictus, he's close enough in the back.
Yeah, and whoa, who's moving all the units?
Oh, that's Nick.
And where is Third Brigade can be here as well, right?
Another, he's on the front line. No, he's charging.
Got it.
Yeah, he's charging. He's
okay.
Keep right away. Yeah,
do you want to give report quick? Then I go to first. Oh, he went away. Okay, so I'll give you a report. So the whole line, 2 brigades erupted in shouting Vive l'Empereur and charged forward into the woods. Because of the rough terrain, though, the charge wasn't as effective as you would have hoped it to be, although it appears that especially on the right flank the enemy is pushed back, but you can barely see if that is really the case. There's a lot of smoke hanging through between the trees, all the musket fire, and a lot of turmoil all around you. Do you have any new orders?
I will continue to support Third Brigade.
Yes. That we can do. And 2nd Cavalry, Vindictus, do you have any orders for your brigade? Seems he's not here. I'll be back in a second then. Okay, so let's see what happened here. So as you were moving to the 10th Regiment, you hear the whole woods to your south erupt in shouting Vive l'Empereur, and heavy musket fire is going on there, but you can't really make out what's going on. But as the men are shouting, you assume they charged into the enemy. To the north, you see that the Prussians have advanced on the 24th Regiment, and they are engaged with the enemy now.
Okay.
Because of all the smoke, you can't really see what is going on. Yep.
Great. So, any casualties so far?
So let's say you are with the 2 frontline battalions of the 10th now. You see that the Lefton battalion is a bit shaken by the combat, but nothing too serious. And the battalion commander of the rightmost front battalion tells you that his men are running short of ammunition.
Oh.
But
are there supplies behind?
Sorry, what was that?
Are there supplies behind?
Yes, you have supplies and they will probably use them. The commander, you're with the battalion commander, he suggests that he pulls back his battalion and so that the reserve battalion can come in and he can resupply.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think just do that. And I heard that from dispatch that the 3rd Brigade, the one to the left of me is the 3rd Brigade, right?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
And you know that the 2nd Brigade is right behind them, so they are both engaged there.
Ah, okay. So the cavalry is to my right of the 24th Regiment. So is the
Yes.
1st Cavalry doing anything? 1st Cavalry Brigade?
1st Cavalry Brigade is to the right of the 24th, but you hear combat noise from there, but you don't know the outcome of that.
I see. Okay. On the 24th Regiment, I see the 3rd from the left has low ammunition, right?
Yes. It's
Okay,
lower
but
number.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
But I don't know that. But they'll automatically be reserved, right?
They will probably, I mean, there is one battalion of the 10th, so they will probably take their place and give them some time to pick up supplies, yeah.
I mean, both regiments have at least one reserve, right?
Exactly.
So I guess they will be doing that of their own accord. I don't need
Yes,
them to
yes.
order or something. Okay. Okay, what should I do? I think if it is possible, to send scouts between the 24th Regiment and the 10th Regiment.
Yes.
Yeah, like between somewhat northwest. there's a road, right, between the
Exactly.
10th Regiment and the
Yes.
24th Regiment.
Mhm.
Yeah, along that road, I want some scouts, please.
Okay, we will do that.
Yeah, and the troops just keep firing on them. That's all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Enemy in front of me, I have been ordered to bayonet charge them. If that is not possible in terms of distance, I will assault them. I will leave some of my forces in reserve, maybe 2 to 3 battalions, in the event that additional enemies arrive. But those 4 battalions are ordered to make a bayonet charge, or failing that, being unable to reach them.
Where do you want to be yourself?
I will move closer so that I can see the results of the assault, but I would like to still remain on this hill.
Understood.
Thank you.
Okay, Sam, do you have any orders?
I will move to 1st Cavalry.
To 1st Cavalry, yep. Okay. Any orders for your artillery?
Could they technically... Oh, well,
Does anyone know?
keep them moving to... Yeah, they are going north.
Going north, alright.
Sam, you're going to earn me a reputation.
Okay, so what's going on? Oh yeah, I need to resolve the combat in the south. Okay, it's just it's going to be combat now.
Is
I've moved.
Up north anything resolved already? Dave, did you roll anything for these?
I haven't rolled anything. No, I've just got back.
Okay. Did the Prussian hussars just stay put? By the way.
They stayed put.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so that was the question, because I wasn't sure whether they were spent or not after that kind of attack. So that was another question for me.
Yeah, you may be.
Sorry, go on.
Usually, cavalry charge takes a while to like reorganize the forces and get them ready to charge again.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Who is in charge of Morte? Is it you, Otto?
Yeah.
Do they move or do they stay where they
No,
are?
they are resting right now, and he wants to know how many men they lost. Also, by the way, okay, this artillery was moved. Okay, so it's fine. Alright, well. So we're resolving combat over there. Is there anything else?
Let's see, advantage. That's probably an advantage here, yes. And that is 2 hits, actually.
I'm gonna go to Vindictus. No, I'm gonna go there real quick.
They do road. Okay, so that's a double road. Then let's say this guy is shattered. Do we have here? There's nothing.
Yeah, I'm 100% ready, my guy. I have some problems.
And another ammo thing here. That's all. There they are. I think they really need to pull back this line.
Horseman has reinforcements.
We probably need to roll for this battery as well.
Oh, did it just set up?
It was 2 blocks away.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just set up, kind of.
Okay. Okay, well, it's going to hit and deal 2 damage to the, let's say, to these guys there. Okay, and that's done. Is it? Oh, gonna add that smoke there. Anything else?
No.
Nope.
Marshall, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Nick, you ready?
Ready.
Okay, guys, it's 10:00. Send the stuff. That was 12 minutes. And Morten, Merlin, and Vindictus, I'm gonna let those guys be in the same channel.
Marshall, did you put a screenshot? Because okay, never mind.
To show that they're co-located.
But then they're not because you put that in by the time I was getting his orders, so he's moved down.
Oh.
He's moved down the hill now.
Okay, that's fine, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll delete that.
All right, so the battle continues. Although in front of the 10th Regiment, the enemy has retired. And
in front of the 10th Regiment?
Yes, there is no fire going on.
Retired as in fallen back, or?
Yeah, you can't really tell because of the woods and the smoke, but there is no fire coming your direction anymore.
Mm-hmm.
One of the battalions of the 10th has pulled out and the fresh one came up, and the other one resupplied there. There is an officer coming from the 24th Regiment running to your position, and he's telling you that the flank battalion is being shattered. It's running for their lives. So that was the leftmost, and now the reserve battalion of the 10th is coming up to take their place. Other than that, he's also indicating that the men are quickly running low on ammunition.
Okay. The one on the very left, right, of the 24th Regiment.
Yes. That's right.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it appears that they got overwhelmed there by the enemy.
Okay. To the north, there is 2 enemy battalions, right? Oh, I can't see.
You can't
Okay,
really.
we're running low.
Yeah, you don't know. I mean, you saw the line previously, so you do assume that there's still the whole brigade, the Prussian brigade, fighting.
Okay, so this is the thing. So the 24th Regiment left battalion flank is running low right now.
Yeah, the officer is stating that the whole regiment is beginning to run low on ammunition. The men are firing quickly into the Prussians.
Okay, whatever reserve is there, okay, so there is a reserve right now, right, behind the left battalion, right?
Yes, there is the battalion of the 10th Regiment, which you put up there in reserve for the 24th. They are coming now up to plug the gap between both regiments. Yes. Now the question is, do you want to stay in position and continue the fight, or what do you want to do?
is it possible to retreat back a bit towards southwest?
You can try, yes. It's not that easy for deployed infantry to move backwards and keep firing, but they can try. You can also tell them to just run if you want.
There's another reserve right now behind the 10th Regiment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I want them to come up and close the gap between the
on the road there.
Yeah, close the gap between the 10th Regiment and the 24th Regiment, if possible.
Yep.
And yeah, I think I need to send a dispatch right now.
Okay, do you want to move anywhere yourself?
Okay, let me get this straight. So there's nothing. So there are no signs that the enemy is firing to the west, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, then I want one of the 10th Regiment battalion to face north. Just one.
Yep.
Just one, and the other one to just keep firing and send reports on what's happening.
Okay. And you stay where you are, or do you want to move?
No, I want to move a bit north.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Well, good morning, John.
Hello, did you already get reports?
Yes, we got.
Very nice. Then I need orders from Merlin. Probably continue to support.
Actually, 2nd Brigade, or sorry, 3rd Brigade told me that they're going to start heading north, and I'm going to start heading towards south and try to extend the line southward towards the, the gun-fired south.
Yes, that's true. We go north to south to flank the enemy, and while Marine goes south to support the other brigade.
Like, I want to get my right flank onto Ferrio's left flank, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Perfect.
So you are shifting to the south, and then the Marines are shifting to the north?
Yes, to prepare to advance.
To advance to the north?
Yes. To start maybe a flanking move to the already engaging enemy.
Okay. Little suggestion for you guys. I mean, it's up to you. But as the 3rd is deployed in line in front, just to think about another traffic jam there, it might be easier to keep it in position and shift it slightly to the south and use the 2nd Brigade as a reserve and push them up north. Just something to consider, maybe.
I don't. The problem is that if all of us goes to north, then they can flank us from the rears from the south if they win. And on the south on the south we got even the artillery too. So if they win, we can lose all the pieces of artillery in theory.
Well, if you take your 3rd Brigade and start like pivoting them towards the northward, then I could shift south and then cover your flank.
Yes, we can do that. We want to do that because we have less probability of getting flanked, and we can support both sides. We'll just say what the order now.
Okay, so you stay with your order. Marines move north, and 3rd shifts to the south.
Yes.
Got it.
Hopefully all goes well. I think we can flank both of them and maybe route. I think Marine, you have the easier fight. I think because I think they are you outnumber them with the other infantry. I don't think so for me, because on the north I don't know if there is still the cavalry of before, or there's there are only some the other brigade, the fourth brigade of infantry. By the way, the cavalry, Vindicus, the cavalry, where is?
Yeah, I mean, I can easily.
Okay. Did you already give orders?
Oh no.
Did you get a report?
Ottovski came, but he didn't take orders.
Okay. So, Sam, do you want to move somewhere?
I will move to. Yeah, I will move to 2nd Cavalry.
2nd Cavalry, yep, got that. And Roger, any orders for your hussars?
Yes, I'm going to charge the enemy artillery.
Yes, okay. Oh, actually, these are chasseurs à cheval, but...
And the hussars, yes, the hussars and the enemy artillery.
Yeah, I was just saying, what do you want to do with your hussars? But then I realized they are chasseurs. But anyway, they act as the same, basically. Good, got that. Thank you very much.
All right, John. What do you need help somewhere?
I just implemented these orders, and now we need to roll combat. That's all. This is just to let you know another. I mean, I told them if they want to reconsider, but they decided to stay with the orders they came up with. That is, a 3rd Brigade should be moving up north as a reserve, even though they are in the first line. And then a 2nd Brigade should like sort of connect the flanks here. Now that means that while these enemies are already close enough to probably get skirmish combat still going on here, that only the head of the column is able to move out, and then they have a traffic jam again.
Was combat here in the north road for, by the way? Or was...
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay, let's do that real quick. Yeah, I'll roll and apply the Prussian effects, and you can do the other one.
Advantage is not a thing. Bad terrain is not a thing.
Oh, I'm gonna put that there. Oh, well, somebody's going to run away.
Still not a thing there. So 1st Brigade is soon completely out of ammo, I think. And they got...
Man, there's so much, like, nothing happening because they don't have any experience.
Alright, and then the cavalry combat, that should be interesting, and the artillery there as well. I think they have both given orders to charge. The French actually wanted to charge the battery, but as the enemy hussars are coming in...
I'd probably put them on the other side of the hills as well then.
You're rolling? I'll roll this.
Ooh, lots of routes here.
Oh, sorry. Does anyone have the advantage? Why do people charge cavalry? I don't know. It's like confuses me. It's like, what do you do?
Everybody's dead.
Yeah.
So what do we have here? Medium? No, nothing. And 2 experience advantage. No.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Well, it's like, I guess horses don't like this sort of stuff. My artillery here is like, like, what the heck happened, guys?
So just as a reminder that I'm doing that right, the route is a hit as well and reduces the HP.
Yep. that's right. Just have both of the cavalry disengage, because it's like...
Yeah.
And, yeah, I'm gonna have these guys on the flank, they run away, because holy crap, that was spooky.
Yeah, that also means...
Well, if cavalry is... If they're going to start running, are they going to start disrupting the reserves here, or are they going to... Like...
Yeah, they're bad. Yeah, go ahead and apply some disruptions there. Like, they are land aware, so...
Okay.
What a mess. Whew.
Okay, guys. I think that was all that though. We're ready, right?
Yeah. I'll,
Yeah, has Spine been moved, by the way? Or has Spine troops, do they just stay put there? Marshal?
He's moving up.
Okay. Okay. I assume
He's moving up and moving into these formations that are disrupted and retreating.
Okay.
So.
Gotcha. So, everyone ready?
Yep.
Yep.
And Davis ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, 10-15 guys, let's go.
All right. So Sam, you have arrived here. You hear from the north that there's a lot of fighting going on. Also, you hear artillery fire from the north, and you can make out that it appears that parts of the cavalry, at least parts of the cavalry brigade and 1st Infantry Brigade, are disintegrating and routing to the south. To the west, you still hear musket fire, but less than before.
Can I move to blue 2? Blue 3, I mean.
To blue 3. Let's see. Did I get that confused here? Oh yeah, actually. Yeah, sure. Sorry. So, okay, then I give you, as I'm here, I just give you the report. So, both sides charged in. It was a very bloody fighting, and yeah, as far as you can tell, the enemy took as many hits as you did, but both cavalry divisions, brigades, disintegrated and, yeah, moved away from the site of combat. And now your whole brigade is routing around you, and you are trying to keep the men together. Start rallying.
Okay.
So there's probably not much you can do right now as you're carried away with them.
Okay. So I was going to ask.
Yeah, all you can do is just try to rally the guys.
Okay. I guess that's My orders then is to try to rally.
Mhm.
That's an order.
Yep. All right. Okay, so let's see. You can see that on your right flank there was heavy cavalry fighting going on. Both sides disintegrated and fled off the field, and also the right flank of the 24th Regiment couldn't take it. They have just run away from the field, or at least they are running to the south, but
they're running back?
Yes, your right flank is completely open now.
Wow. God. Okay, so what's happening on the 10th Regiment?
10th Regiment is keeping the fire up for now. So I need to resupply, but shouldn't be an issue.
Wow. Cavalry lost?
Yes, but the enemy cavalry also fled off the field, so that was
okay.
evens.
So now it's just okay. So there's only one working battalion of 24th, right?
Yes.
Like, what happened to them? They said they would not fight, or what?
They were charged by the enemy, and even though they pushed back some of the enemy units, they took hits themselves and had to retreat. They routed off the position.
Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is there a cavalry unit behind me?
Let me see.
I'm just below the 10th Regiment.
Behind you there in the woods, that is infantry coming up. And to the east, that's the cavalry brigade fleeing, yeah.
Okay, what about the battalion? What can I see from there? Like, what can the commander see?
Which ones? Where you are at?
Yeah, what can I see?
Not much because of all the smoke, but there is still musket fire going on along the complete line, so the 10th and the battalion you are with are still engaged with the enemy.
Wow, the 24th... Okay. Okay, I'm gonna ask the 24th Regiment to retreat for now. And I'm gonna send word to the I wanna send word to the 10th Regiment to send a... Wait, 1 second. 1 minute. I'm dying. Okay, where's the first the cavalry brigade? Okay, the cavalry brigade just fled, right now, right?
Yes.
Ah. God. Okay, I'm just gonna ask the 24th Regiment to retreat for now. If possible, maintaining fire.
Okay.
And have one of the reserves of... reserve. I'll just have one of the battalion of the 10th Regiment to come up, maybe?
Okay, they will try.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Is in the forest to the left of Kreslokov, above the second bend, behind Third Brigade, who is shifting north.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you want me to keep attacking westward?
Yes. And,
Okay. Once Third Brigade is moved up north and he's no longer blocking my path, I will move west.
Yeah.
Got that.
For also 2nd Cavalry, I want you to move north. Because you are going to charge the enemy there.
Yeah, as soon as I can give my orders to the umpire, I will.
Okay, I will follow you.
Okay. Sam's going with them, alright.
Okay.
So as far as my second heavy cavalry brigade, per our orders, I'm going to move directly north, and as soon as the 1st Brigade is moving, forward
on this side.
Okay.
Stand it correctly. State 2. Yeah. State 2. And then that's a blank, no effect. And then this guy is all advantage hit. I guess that's a... Okay, I've done that. I'm not overly familiar with all the dice, so I'll just leave it for Ottovski to get back, I would think. No effect. Advantage hit. That's
Yeah,
with
there's,
him.
I mean, there's no real
That's with him.
advantage situation here. Maybe these guys because they are firing with 2 units, but you can also say they fire
Right.
at the cavalry, so.
Well, the cuirassiers are just arriving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are those Oh.
Carabinier? Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
So-
yeah, I can't pronounce it, but yeah, Carbinier and cuirassiers together.
Yep.
So you wouldn't say that this dice does anything then, Jan?
No, because there is no advantage situation. Yep.
Okay. So that
Big nothing.
would be the same. Nothing.
By the way, the heavy cav is charging the land, so it's gonna be pretty disastrous to the land where that is.
Yeah, that's ammo,
Well,
nothing else.
I'm
Same
rolling
these.
for the. I'm doing the combat in the south, so
Nothing.
okay.
Ammo. Ammo. Oops. And what do we have here? That's a rout on the enemy. But
Looks
no
like
hit.
the French are going to push in the south, and
Yeah, it would have been against them.
they're barely going to stabilize the
Yeah.
line in the north, although Armentis is finally coming up.
So as they are routing, these guys are as well because they are suffering disruption.
Alright. In the south, the French have broken through.
And in the north, they are breaking.
Well, in the north, the cuirassiers are also charging, so... Well, actually, are they able to charge with men, like, running in front of them? No, they're gonna
No,
make
probably
away
not.
these men. Are the cuirassiers not gonna...
I mean,
I said
they can come up, but I don't think they can charge.
Maybe they do, but maybe they get there with a little bit of disruption and not in formation. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, let's do that. Everyone get a
Sam
bit
is
of...
with them.
charging with them. Okay. Let's do only the front, see if they don't succeed. What the hell? Okay, sorry. I accidentally, when I was clicking on stuff,
Rolled the board.
Yeah, rolled the board, yep.
Yeah, I'll have to say I have never done that in all my years of umpiring.
SMH, SMH. Oh wow, dude, okay. Jeez. Oh. Yeah, I think they are routing. Yeah, the Landwehr is in retreat, so what do you guys think happened? happens from this then? That the Landwehr has been broken through.
The cuirassiers are charging in, so they are going behind, and then they take some canister shots here.
Okay. Well, let's roll for artillery then.
Yep.
Poof. And I guess those infantry fire on them as well. Though this is pretty like scary sight for Landwehr, man. Like, not gonna lie. Yeah, the Landwehr not gonna. Okay, no one. I say like the cuirassiers like charge at the right time, and this is like horrible for the Prussians. What do you guys say? It is like been going for a while, this battle, and this is like the perfect moment to charge.
Yeah, call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Oh
we got
wow.
this amazing. Oh yeah, well they're breaking in the south as well. So.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay.
That's a very interesting change in the north. Yep.
Yeah. Well, it was only Landwehr here, so.
I thought the Prussians were doing great up until this very last turn.
Yeah. By the way, the Prussians are like in a worse spot in this scenario. Like they have. I'm gonna make a lot of like.
What a difference a bunch of cuirassiers make, hey?
Gonna make a lot of. John, do you want to stream? So. Stream the game on Discord.
Yeah, I can do that. Shall I pull everybody up?
Yeah. Yeah. Marshall, can you stop pulling everyone up? And Nick, I'm gonna make everything look nice.
All right, let's do it.
I can pull the blue team, Marshall.
Hang on, I'm trying to. There we go. I got it.
Oh, it's over?
Yep, you're calling it.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's nothing to
guys.
be done.
Okay, guys. Oh, wait, I'm gonna wait for everyone to get in the channel.
It's gonna be pretty bad, maybe.
Alright, guys.
That should be everyone.
Yep, this is going to be the end battle briefing. So.
Oh wait, it's over.
We're playing to the point where we think the conclusion is too clear, and likely everyone, all of the losing side is likely going to run away from the battlefield or is going to make little mark on what is going to happen. So the server is hosted. You guys can join the umpire table where we were resolving this stuff. The server name is IKS Umpire, and the password is IKS in uppercase. Isn't that right?
That's correct.
IKS Umpire. Is there any? So for the server name, is there any capitals?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But the password is IKS with uppercase. Oh, if it does matter, okay, server name is IKS all capital, then space.
The search
and
function's
umpire.
not case sensitive.
Oh, I found it.
Okay.
Again, the password is IKS capital.
Yeah. Alright, so to all the new players, you can now join the umpire table, or you can look at Jan's.
It's full, so I can't join.
Oh yeah, sorry. It got full now. But yeah. So to all the new players, thanks for this was for many people their first game. So we're now in the debriefing process, and we're going to first umpires are going to talk about what they thought of the battle and how the battle went, and then we'll move on to the participants of the battle in order, and this way everyone can get to say what they want without this taking too long, and everyone gets an equal chance to say what happened. But yeah, the battle itself. So what happened in this battle? I will try. So basically, the end result here is a French victory. The Prussian, you could call this maybe an ambush in the forest, or the Prussian attack has unfortunately failed, as the French were able to react. In the last moments of the battle, the French forces were able in the south to break through the Prussian forces, which were getting quite exhausted fighting against the French forces, and in the north the French infantry began breaking, but the French cuirassiers at the correct moment did their first charge of the day, and they did it with devastating result, as the Landwehr units that had been fighting for a while in the front line made way for the cuirassiers, as they didn't want to take their chances fighting these breastplated knights. And the second line with the artillery and the more fresher Landwehr units unfortunately reacted to this cuirassier charge undesirably, and many of these Prussian militiamen decided to run back home rather than fight. Seems like the Prussians will, in the scenario, the Prussians had to stop the French attack in order to make sure their baggage train off map isn't destroyed, and also to protect their artillery's baggage trains, which are still intact, but likely after this battle both of the baggage trains will be chased by the French forces and destroyed. So the scenario started with the French forces. I'm gonna go quickly over the scenario to explain how things went, as fog of war was a big impact in this game for everyone, so likely not everyone knows what exactly happened. The French forces started in a sort of blue line over here and were in a large marching column. Meanwhile, the Prussians themselves were in a marching column over here. The Prussian side, if I remember correctly, from the get-go started with quite an aggressive maneuver, moving through the forest to get into contact with the enemy force, and also here. And in the north, both of the sides formed up to oppose each other, while both of the sides' cavalry screened the friendly forces. The cavalry had pretty much a stare down, doing their job quite well as screening the maneuver of friendly forces, and little combat was done in the north for some time. In the center, the situation for the French was quite comedic. The generals had given quite conflicting orders, which meant that some of the men from another brigade were ordered to march through the giant marching column of the French forces, and the French marching basically stopped dead in the center there, and rest of the column down south was forced to stay put. At the same time, while this was happening, the Prussian forces emerged out of the woods, creating quite a lot of commotion with the French forces, who were just about to start solving their traffic jam problems, and a brief, well, not a brief, I would say, I think it lasted for half an hour or so, or something like that. Combat ensued in the forest as both forces hurried to fight each other. The Prussians seemingly were not willing to commit to this battle in the forest and retreated their men, the same time as the French general in the center leading from the front decided to bayonet charge the enemy. And when he bayonet charged, he found that the positions were abandoned. Down in the south, the French and Prussian forces began, after some time of standing each other and eyeing each other, they began their own combat, which was quite inconclusive for time. And in the north, while this was happening, the Prussian Landwehr advanced on the French positions, and the Prussian hussars advanced on the French positions as well, charging the French chasseurs à cheval, although with bad results. The Chasseurs of Cheval stood their ground, and the Prussian hussars failed to attack and push them back. After some time, the combat here in the north continued, and the hussars charged the French cavalry again, and this time both of the sides' light cavalry were routed and have now been forced back in chaos. In the north, the Prussian infantry, the Landwehr, was starting to make ground against the enemy, and things were starting to look quite good for the Prussian infantry, until at the same time as the French infantry began to withdraw from their front line, the French cuirassier General Invictus decided to grab his moment of glory and charged through the friendly retreating lines into the exhausted Landwehr of the Prussians, and was able to make a breakthrough in the north and was able to continue his advance all the way into the Prussian second line, completely destroying any will to fight the Prussian Landwehr in the north had. And in the north we still have one of the brigades of the Prussians marching still completely uncommitted, unfortunately. So I think that was somewhat how the battle went, according to, if I remember correctly, if I recall correctly. And now we're gonna start with letting everyone have their chance to talk, and we're first gonna go over umpires, and then we're gonna go to commander-in-chiefs of each side, and then we are going to move to brigade commanders. So let's start with Jan. What did you think about the battle, and what did you do?
Alright, just removing the lines. So I did take care here in the north of First Brigade. They were stuck behind the cavalry initially and formed a double line here, which I think was a good decision to make. Apparently then a bit of a chaos ensued there, as there were enemy movements sighted here, and the friendly cavalry moved backwards to this position, and right in front of them the light cavalry shifted over. So with the enemy already coming up, there was a bit of a pressure position for them. And unfortunately, once the secondary line was shifted over to cover this flank, they held well, but that was mainly because the enemy pulled back from this position. Unfortunately, the right flank was in the combat completely shattered, and also close to running out of ammunition. So the First Brigade really put everything in there and they could, and with the situation that the right flank was no longer covered here, as both cavalry brigades there broke, there was a potential threat that the Landwehr would come in and attack the flank. So very lucky for them that the cuirassiers showed up in time. Third Brigade was a bit, as you already mentioned, Otto, was a bit of chaos as well. They were here in this position, then ordered to deploy to the east, made space on the road, which gave space for 3rd Brigade to come up. And then they were ordered to move through 3rd Brigade to the west to cover the Prussian line that was apparently coming through the woods. This created a big traffic jam there. And even now, like shortly before we called the game, there was new orders for, even though the 3rd Brigade was deployed in front, for that brigade to move north and work as a reserve there, while the 2nd Brigade in secondary line was ordered to move west again, which they couldn't really do because part of the 3rd Brigade was engaged already and sort of blocked the way north. So that, yeah, maybe a bit command confusion there, but that's like how Kriegsspiel often turns out. So that's interesting to see, and interesting to see how players deal with that. In hindsight, I would from my point of view, and I gave that to the players as a suggestion to keep Third Brigade in place there. Also, I can see why they were put to the north, because they were more experienced units of the Guard. Sam was the overall commander. I did also take care of him. He did move around quite a lot, which I think was necessary in this battle, as given how the situation was in the terrain and not much intel from these combat positions was really able to be reported out, and I think he did a good job with that. I'm a bit wondering why the artillery wasn't deployed anywhere and used, but on the other hand, this road was stuck for most of the game, so there's that. They could probably only have been used in the south. That's all.
Yep. Okay, let's move on to the next umpire, Dave Pump House.
Yeah, so I looked after Macho and Arp, and I think they worked quite well together in organising their joint attack up in the north. I don't necessarily think that you did anything wrong to the end of the day. It was just the dice and those cuirassiers being in the right place at the right time. I think if those cuirassiers hadn't been on the board in your kind of sector, yeah, you probably would have carried the day for the Prussians. Yeah, I liked what you did, and yeah, as an umpire, I was very excited to see what you would do next together, and yeah, that pretty much sums up my experience.
All right, let's go over to the next umpire, Marshall.
Yeah, I had Ritter, also known as Spine, and Armatheus. I want to apologize that you were stuck with me as your umpire. Nonetheless, I think both players played pretty well. There were some issues with Fog of War in particular. These two players were the last players to probably figure out what was going on because they were so far from the battle at the start. There were some issues with leaving commands behind and splitting up units and such, something I never advise players to do except in the most extreme circumstances. But other than that, I think they in general played fairly well. Although I do think there was a brigade or a regiment that was left out of action. It was held in reserve. I would have brought it up closer at least. It was at least a turn away from getting into the battle when you probably could have used it right there. Had that been plugged in on that hill along that road or somewhere, it could have at least bought you another turn of time. And maybe even thrown back that French cavalry and made things different. Otherwise, I felt really bad for Artemis. I can never pronounce the name. He came all the way down from Wallback and came in a line, basically, and was in a really great position to flank those French. And then retreating Prussian troops went through his line and disrupted him. Originally, disruption was applied to the whole line. I was like, I don't know about that. So I kind of gave you a little break on that. And then the cavalry hit, and I had no say in that. And that cavalry just sliced right through, unfortunately. And so that was a real buzzkill. But yeah, I think everybody kind of did pretty well, especially given the fog of war. I am curious why you guys went north, why the Commander-in-Chief sent units north rather than to the south and east, although in his defense, he certainly did not know where all of the action was taking place. Overall, I felt that the Prussian plan was pretty good, if aggressive. I don't think it was necessarily bad. I think catching the French in column on the flank was actually a clever thing to do. So I actually thought the Prussians were probably going to win, up until that last turn when everything just kind of went sideways, but that's how it goes. That's all. Thanks, guys.
Then we have the last umpire, Nick.
Yes, I was umpiring Gandalf and Beckett, so I think a lot of good ideas, but fog of war created also a lot of confusion. Gandalf was moving here to the south, and he wanted to move behind the French, which is a good idea. And Beckett came through Limbach like this, and then attacks the flank of the French. Now, I say that, well, there was confusion because Beckett decided to retreat, hoping to bring the French with him. And at the time he was retreating, Gandalf was attacking up the hill. So there was a lack of coordination. And afterward, Beckett decided to move to the south, but basically he arrived behind Gandalf, so he has to move back to his previous position. So yeah, once again, it's the fog of war, and yeah, you have to do with it. And sometimes even great ideas cannot be completed.
Alright, I will briefly go, before we start with the Commander-in-Chiefs, I will briefly go over my players since I had 4, so they don't feel left out about how things went for them. So, I was on the French side. I had 3rd Brigade's leader Mortar. He was in the center, near the hill, part of the traffic jam while the enemy force emerged out of the woods. His forces get into formation to meet them. And Mortar himself decided to lead from the front and ordered a bayonet charge on the Prussian forces, and after the bayonet charge seemed to have retreated the enemy, which, although at the same time had been ordered to retreat by the Prussians, in a nice coincidence. Mortar decided to rest his men for a bit and ask how many casualties they had suffered. And after this action, sometime later, he ordered his men to begin marching into the north, and he wanted to bayonet charge the enemy with him in lead again. So Mortar, from my experience, gave clear orders. He was a leader for his men, clearly leading them from the front, and did what he deemed necessary at the time. He didn't send many dispatches, but he was often close to friendly commanders, so possibly that wasn't needed. Next, I had commander of the 1st Cavalry Brigade on France, Roger, who was leading the Chasseurs à Cheval Light Cavalry. He in the north. He played most of the game in the north, and right from the get-go he started screening the friendly infantry and continued doing it until a battle ensued. He didn't begin charging the enemy cavalry head-on, which is often a bad idea. Cavalry on cavalry combat is really chaotic, and continued screening and supporting the friendly infantry, I think. And he was also very actively sending dispatches to his brothers in arms. I think General Roger did his job as a cavalry commander for the Chasseurs of Cheval exceptionally well. Then we have commander of the 2nd Cavalry Brigade on France, Vindictus, who was a cuirassier commander. He started the game in the end of the French column, but wanted to move north. And he did so, screening the friendly infantry again on the side of Roger. Vindictus decided to move his cavalry back from to give room for the infantry, I presume, and move into the back line of the infantry to see the situation develop. And when he saw his chance, he decided to charge the landwehr in the north and decisively, for sure, beat the enemy line and collapsed it. I think, as the commander of the cuirassiers, Vindictus did his task exceptionally well as well. He didn't send his cuirassiers into any combat without good result, and that combat was only one combat for the day, but he made it count for sure. Then we have leader of the 4th Brigade on France, my last player, Thibaut Jean Nicolier, who started the game off-map way in the rear line. He patiently waited for the column to keep marching, and when the traffic jam happened, he realized that he maybe shouldn't contribute to it, and he decided to keep his men put, which was of course a smart move. While he had his men in this position in the south, the Prussians emerged from the forest, and he began a combat with them, slowly pushing them back steadily. He was also in active communications with couriers, with the rest of the forces, sending dispatches actively to fellow brothers in arms, and especially to the commander-in-chief of the French forces, keeping him updated on the situation. And in his combat in the south, he managed his men well, and although it might have been put in the dark due to the massive battle in the center in the north, he did play a big part in pushing back the Prussian lines as he made their flank in the south fall. Now that is what I thought of all of my players. Pretty well across the board, especially since many of them were first timers. Now let's move on to the commander-in-chiefs. Let's start with the leader of the victorious French, Martin Renaud.
Well, so we never came to execute my plan, because I didn't expect the Russians to be that close. So they did quickly block the road to the north, and I had then to.
Did I lose audio? I don't hear anything.
Yeah, he's talking.
Yep, I hear you.
Yep, I hear him too.
Yeah, keep going, Sam.
Yeah, so the cavalry did screen the infantry deployment. What I did not expect was my heavy cav to come all the way up north so quickly. So then I had to send them back to reserve, because I wanted them to stay in reserve for moments that are important. So yeah, as the battle developed, I was quite surprised that the Prussians did attack me from the forest. So I quickly realized that they probably are not very well organized since they are in the forest, and like they were not really in a coherent line, like they were separated from each other. And then I tried to organize my troops, but yeah, then the traffic jam happened with me ordering the cavalry back to the lines. Yeah, then we charged the enemy because we had more troops in the west, and in the north I was just holding the line. Yeah, then the cavalry battle happened, which resulted in like my cavalry routing, but I think they have done their job, and I think First Brigade and 1st Cavalry did very well in this battle. and like probably they saved the army here. And yeah, and I think it was hard to communicate, but I could move to my unit, so that wasn't necessary anymore. Yeah, but in the end, I think we did win because my commanders did take the initiative in the west. Like Third Brigade decided from their own to move north, which I was surprised since I ordered them to charge, but they did move north. So I think that was a good move after seeing this. And yeah, I think our timing was right with the cavalry charge in the end. And overall, all players did good. And considering that they are all new, so well played.
Yeah, I saw that you, Sam, as the French CSE, actively went back and forth between your lines, so that was really well done, staying in touch with the situation, which was rapidly developing. And now let's move on to the Prussian Commander-in-Chief, General Major Ritter.
Thank you. So I'm sure, as most of us who know, Sam has a reputation for aggression, and my whole plan in attacking through the forest was to try and beat him in his own game. I was expecting that he would commit a significant force to try and do some sort of large flanking maneuver, whether it was through the south or to the northeast. I didn't know, obviously, so I figured I would send 2 brigades to the south to hopefully envelop and show up where he didn't expect them, while I had my 2 Landwehr brigades serve as a holding force to draw his attention north to the Hernerkirch hill, basically from Limbach, or northeast of Limbach to Walbach. And then I was going to have a brigade in reserve in or to the west of Limbach in the forest, with the intent of counter or being able to slow down any sort of flanking maneuver he did from the north, or to prevent a chaotic withdrawal from continuing and bringing an end to that. So that was kind of my overall intentions. I think the players all did well. I think that the traffic jam might have actually been better. Perhaps may have been better for the French that it happened, because everyone was, kind of right where I was hoping on, showing up and rolling up their left. But I'm I'm fairly happy with my overall plan. It wasn't perfect, but if I was given a completely fresh game, I'd probably do something similar. Probably move my reserve force to the or closer to the battlefield, but that'd be the main plan or main changes to the plan. So it was a good game on everyone's account, as far as I can tell, and I think that everyone on the coalition side communicated when they needed to, and my actual mech or battle map is pretty close, with the exception of my second brigade being absolutely shattered by cuirassiers. But I roughly knew where the enemy cavalry were, and I knew that the French infantry line towards the end of the game extended pretty far south. I didn't expect it to be so close to the woods, but all things considered, I pretty much have a complete picture if in terms of positioning. relatively in my TTS, so I can't complain.
Yeah, the plan was pretty smart, thinking about who you were facing, and it was the attack through the forest in the center where the traffic jam was going on was certainly an ambush for the French. Now let's start going over the brigade commanders. By the way, if someone needs to go like right now or is in a tight schedule, let me know when you can get to speak first. But
Actually, Otto, if I could do that, because I'd like to. I've got to go off and do something.
Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, I'll just be brief. Yeah, I mean the plan, which has just been laid out. This is the second time I've actually fought this battle before on the French side. I think kind of slightly got messed up a little bit.
You were the Prussian cavalry commander, right? Just so
yeah, sorry. I'm the Prussian cavalry commander. That the French didn't get far enough north, and I just wonder whether that actually, as we've been pointing out, the traffic jam for the French actually worked slightly in their favour. Maybe we should let them come on a bit more. I mean, for me, it was just to screen the force, as has been explained, and try and drag the French northwards while Matteo kind of set up a line to kind of face them as well, and therefore we could then engage the ambush. But the French didn't come forward as much as expected. I think me and Matteo coordinated quite well in the sense I just didn't do a great deal, just basically stopping the French cavalry from attacking, particularly this first game. And the cuirassiers were a bit... Troops that were with us disappeared, which was very confusing to us. We didn't know where they were going to, but obviously they went south. I'm still really confused as to why there's a brigade north that didn't get engaged at all. But once we got into position, artillery did their job, and I just did a couple of charges in, death or glory, basically, or ignominy, depending how it worked out, just to clear out that cavalry. And it seems like everything was going quite well until the cuirassiers turned up. I think from our side, it went according to what the commander had asked us to do. It just didn't work out at the end, but it was a fun game. Thanks, everyone.
Yep, thanks for playing ARP. Alright, let's now move on to the French 1st Brigade Commander, General Nicholas. Do you have a mic, actually, Nicholas? I'm not sure who... Oh, you do. Nice.
Yeah, I do have mic, sorry. Yeah. So, I think what happened was, starting we had an original plan to go to Walba. I was ordered to go to march to somewhere between Limba and Walba. I think it starts with H. I can't spell it out. Between Limba and Walba. So after the first 2 turns, I think so. Martin said that we are going to change the plan and we are going to be deploying right now. So the cavalry was deployed, and after that Martin said to me to extend the line towards west, and I just did that, which was good because there was some good planning or orders. And after that, I didn't know what was happening in the north and the south or the west. Nothing. I don't know what was happening because I couldn't see anything. I don't know what was happening. I heard that north were fighting and west was fighting, so I just stood my ground and held the line there. That's all. Trying to go up in reserve. Like I actually split my forces. I know Marshall said not to do that, but I felt like it was needed. Like because there was the blockade, right, of the cavalry, and I had to give the cavalry some way because I don't know what was happening, but I felt that the cavalry needed to go, so I just let the cavalry pass and then have the infantries move up. I don't know why, but they said that infantries could not move, so I just allowed that, and we just held. And I was hoping I could, after seeing at the end of the game, I was being pushed back, I think only from the north side. So I wanted some of the battalions that were on the west to come to north. But and I sent word to the others of, I think Second Brigade. I think it was Second Brigade and 2 Margin also that I needed some reserves if possible only. Other than that, I have no idea what was happening. And I think Martin made some Martin Renault made some good decisions to extend the west line. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
And,
nice. Go ahead.
Yeah, and congratulations to the Crosshaires, right? The Crosshaires, they made a decisive move, right, to win the game.
Yep.
Yeah,
They did the final charge.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was good.
Your men
I didn't know that was happening. Yeah, I didn't know that was happening also. As I said, I didn't know what was happening on the field.
Yeah, brunt of the fighting in the north. I love Discord pings, by the way. It's like, well, I guess we are the International Kriegsspiel Society, so Discord ping is like really bad here. But yeah, okay. Now let's move on to the next French commander, and that's the commander of the 2nd French Brigade, Merlin.
Hello, can everyone hear me okay?
Yep.
Yep, perfect.
Okay, starting off the battle, continuing down the road, following the orders to Limbo, I received a dispatch telling me to head east and guard the road. So I deployed on top of Kreslokov. But then, immediately after I deployed, I was told I needed to go west instead. And I made a mistake at this point. I immediately tried crossing the road without thinking and caused a traffic jam. In hindsight, I probably should have waited before moving over. Once I did finally get over, though, I started to support 3rd Brigade in their assault. And then, once the enemy retreated, 3rd Brigade started to shift north while I shifted south and touched the river. And then once North Brigade was clear, I was going to continue west, and then the game ended. I tried my best to keep up with dispatches to give out accurate information of where I was and where other units were, but I'm not sure how well I did.
Yeah, there were certainly dispatches sent, although a few of the commanders wrote the presumed location of the dispatch, which brought some difficulties to the couriers navigating through the chaotic battlefield. But let's move on to the next commander, and it is commander of the French 3rd Brigade, Morte, or Gratier Ferrier. Are you there? Oh, there you go. Now your mic is lighting up.
Can you hear me? Because I'm pretty laggy.
Yeah, it is. We can hear you perfectly. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So, first of all, I don't I didn't plan to go to west. I planned to go east to support the light cavalry, but I've done a mistake and got to the west. I don't think that error saved my life. I think because at that point I noticed the column of the Prussian and just hold the line there, waiting for me. And then I got the order for Martin to charge. And I was quite surprised that the Prussian retreated. So at that point, I got in the same vocal chat with Merlin, and we just chatted for we just talked and planned the future moves, like he said. Then the vocal chat come the crazier. I didn't understand why they're here. But I get a dispatch to charge. I go to the north and try to go to the north, but the battle ended before. I think that the battle was pretty good, but nothing. So yeah, that was the plan basically, to just charge and not shoot. Otherwise, face my.
Yes, luckily your order.
No dispatches.
Yeah, go ahead first. Okay, well, I guess that was that. Okay, so luckily for you, Gratien, at the same time as you had given out the order for your men to move east from the road, your men saw the Prussian infantry emerging out of the woods, and the order didn't come in time as the battalion commanders had already started reacting to the threat coming from the west. So the battalion commanders took the initiative quite well in that case. And let's move on to the next French commander. It's commander of the 1st Cavalry Brigade, Roger.
This is my first time. And I think the first several turns was just me learning what was going on. And I think the big takeaway, as a lot of people have discussed, I ended up being more of a screening force to the north, and then I moved over to the right to protect the right flank. I think the big thing was I needed to send more and better dispatches. I don't think I did a particularly good job of that. General Nicholas kind of woke me up with a "what the hell is going on" message. And that kind of got me thinking about writing more messages. I had no idea what was going on the whole battle. Totally lost. I'm glad we won. Well done, 2nd Brigade, and that's really all I have to say.
Despite not knowing what's going on, you did your job well in the north, and that's all that mattered. Let's move on.
Routed my force, so there's that.
Sure. Well, so did the enemy hussars right there. So.
That's true.
Let's move on to the last French commander of the 4th Brigade, Thibaut Jean Nicolier.
Yeah, it's been said many times before, but I think I really liked. I think it's kind of interesting, Spine, that you said that you were going to try and out. You expected Sam to do something very aggressive, but I think his original plan wasn't very aggressive at all. It's kind of a multiple, an attack on Limbach was the original plan, but a lot of our force was kept in reserve in that original plan. So, ironically, I think you, Sam, by not going full balls to the wall aggressive, kind of played some mind games on on the enemy a little bit. So I thought that was like a little interesting note. And then it's been said before, of course, but the traffic jam, I ended up further ahead than my brigade at one point, and with the 2nd and 3rd Brigade, and we all kind of saw the start of the Prussian attack. And I thought I was actually with my brigade. I didn't realize that I had moved forward ahead of my brigade. So I said to them, we should orient west because it looks like there's an attack coming in. And I thought that was a really good plan from the coalition forces. And if we had been further up north, like I think we had intended to be, we could have been trapped on the Preisterkopf hill, and in a lot of trouble. We wouldn't have been able to have maneuvered our forces very effectively. We would have been really bunched in, and I don't think we would have been able to get any good artillery positions. So it would have been a real bunched up situation. But unfortunately, we got fortunate. In terms of what I did for the battle, I knew that we were being attacked aggressively, so I decided to hold these hills to the south, where I determined that would be, if we were defeated, I felt like it was necessary to hold our line of retreat, which that road would be, and I knew that there were enemies in the forest in front of me and attacking our center to the north. So I decided to just engage them, and I kept a heavy reserve the whole battle and just cycled my forces in and out because I wasn't sure if I was going to get attacked by a larger force at any point, as I didn't know how big the coalition hooks were. So that's pretty much what happened, and it's nice to see that I routed those forces. I had a feeling I was only up against 3 brigades, so I just kept cycling my forces in and out, and knew that I would wear them down eventually.
Yeah, 3 battalions, not brigades.
Oh,
That would
yeah,
be
sorry, that's what I meant.
no worries. All right, let's move on to the Prussian generals finally.
You missed
Stop.
me.
Yeah, you
Oh
missed the
wait, who did I miss?
Vindictus.
Yeah. Oh man, how did this happen? Of course, it's the possibly going Invictus, the leader of the French cavalry brigade, the Cuirassiers, who's likely going to be earning a lot of medals from this.
Heroes of the battle.
Yeah, so basically, I was initially on the road in reserve. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
And I was ordered to Limbach in reserve, and I had my cavalry brigade move off the road to the right of the infantry column, which resulted in my cavalry brigade arriving in the vicinity of the ridge east of Limbach ahead of the infantry, and found myself as part of the light cavalry screen provided by Roger, which eliminated the fog of war, but also took me out of my reserve position. I was ordered back behind the infantry in the reserve, and I had tried to maneuver myself amongst my regiments to some higher ground in the area near the slopes of the Priesterkopf to try and get a better vantage point, but I could not. And maybe that was a good thing, because as the infantry commanders were telling me what was happening to my front, and particularly to them, I had to resist the temptation to support them. I was in reserve, those were my orders, but I was very emotional to their pleas and very tempted to try and help out. And just at the moment of maximum pressure, I received an order from General Martin to move my cavalry to the north, and he had in the order that my time had come, and I interpreted that as that the Prussians must be in some sort of vulnerable position, and because I could not see them due to the layout of the ground, I looked closely at the map, and I noticed that my brigade would first be descending into a valley, then up again, then down again, and right when we would come to the crest of the high ground would be our first view of the enemy, and vice versa. And I commented to General Merlin, if that is indeed the case, as the orders say, my time has come. Looking at the layout of the ground, I said, this is perfect. You know, cuirassiers rising out of a fold in the ground to scare the living daylights out of the infantry. I figured if they couldn't see me, I mean, if I couldn't see them, they couldn't see me. So I figured, again, you know, based on the commanding general's words, your time has come. I was like, okay. We moved to the north, and once 1st Brigade is cleared the avenue, the entire brigade charges any infantry we see with full abandon, and it worked out excitingly well.
Yeah, the Landwehr men you were facing will likely be running back to their homes in Germany after this. It was complete chaos after they had been fighting the French forces for a while, and after the second line of the Landwehr units arrived, but they saw your cuirassiers emerging from the gunpowder smoke with their comrades fleeing in horror. They tried to resist you, but failed utterly. Now let's move on to the Prussian commanders. Let's start with Commander Armenthus.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, fine. I was commanding the 2nd Brigade and I was held in reserve at Steinsmanns Eck between Limbach and Stritz Trimitatis, and from there we had the other 2 brigades marching eastwards. Then it was obvious that there was no support needed yet, and I was ordered to Limbach via Walbach. And once I was in Wolbach, I feared that I might be the very end of the flank, but apparently there was no fighting going on, so I turned south, and yeah, unfortunately, at the very moment my troops formed the 2nd line for the exhausted troops, they got charged. The exhausted troops broke, and immediately my whole brigade broke too. So I did not see very much of the battle, but yeah, I think we were doing the right thing. We were trying to flank. We are coming from the north toward the south. I would have been able to reinforce the exhausted lines, but the charge came at the right moment, and the flying Allied forces had a severe impact on the morale of my landwehr troops, I guess. That's it.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Prussian reserve came in a bit too late in that case. And ARP has left, so now let's go to General Cutler Beckett, who has written in general what he thought. So I'm going to read this quickly. I preface this with saying this is my first Kriegsspiel ever, and despite some kinks, mostly with map reading, grid not showing up when needed, and more technical things like that, in need of working out, it was a very nice experience. As I said, my original idea was to pull a big flanking maneuver to appear where the French would never expect us, but lacking experience, I wouldn't know whether the route was even remotely possible to complete in time to have any impact. Therefore, I sent a dispatch to Spine asking for direct orders and was sent south to take the hill. From there, fog of war messed up my decision making big time. Had I set myself up on a hilltop or something, the battle may have gone very differently. So anyways, I went to try and disrupt enemy movement with a quick salvo and a retreat north, where I was going to go around the French column, only to be met with Gandalf's unit heading north, sending me back up again. Also on that note, the quick salvo was meant to get some reaction, which it apparently did. Unfortunately, due to my lack of understanding the scale of things, we pulled back way too far, and instead of catching the French in a trap, we just abandoned them to charge into an empty field, which, comedic as it is, didn't help us achieve anything of note. P.S. In the future, I'd like to try out having some artillery support, seeing as artillery was modus operandi in Crossfire back when I used to play. Well said, Colonel Beckett. That was still quite well played for your first Kriegsspiel game ever, I must say. Let's move on to the next Prussian commander, Gandalf. Who actually is not, unfortunately, with us, it looks like, anymore. So let's move on to the last Prussian commander, not commando, Macho.
So yeah, so I was command the 1st Brigade up north, and basically I did the orders. This is my first game, so I had no idea what I was doing, but I took the hill, and from my limited vantage point, I knew that we had our cavalry up there a bit west of the east of the hill. So I went on the offensive forwards, engaged the French there, and it was pretty much a stalemate there for a while. And in the meantime, I knew that the cavalry also charged, and they got pushed back, but I didn't really know how bad it was. I knew that they took some damage and they charged back in. And I had zero idea that the final break from the French cavalry happened, so the game ending just came as a complete surprise. Because I thought it was like a stalemate up north, and instead it's like, oh, it got completely broken. Just slightly west, right out of my field of vision. So that was surprising, to say the least. But other than that, I don't think I really did anything too terribly wrong or right. I just kind of did the orders that I was told to do, pretty much. And yeah.
Yeah, that was all the commanders. It's a free forum now. Thanks for everyone for playing. I think we completed this game 1-1 with real life time and in-game time. I think we played 2.5 hours of we played 2 hours and 15 minutes of in-game time in 2.5 hours of in real life time. So basically that's 1-1 since this game ended at 10:30, which is 2.5 hours. So thanks to the umpires. It was a bit chaotic in the beginning. Maybe I should have. The big thing was just I didn't expect that many players, so I didn't have I didn't have 2 of the brigades on the board. But I'm glad so many people came and we were able to play a smooth and realistic game with most turns lasting no longer than 10 minutes actually. And the Prussians were actually in this scenario they start out in a bit of a worse spot since most of their infantry is worse quality than the French. For example, the Landwehr in the north was facing French regulars, which is quite a harrowing sight. I'm surprised they even did that well. Meanwhile, the Prussian regulars were finally in the protection of the forest. So, and also the Prussians only had brigade of hussars, while the French had even cuirassiers and a brigade of light cavalry of their own. So, looking at the situation, it is actually surprising how well the Prussians did, I must say. It was certainly an ambush in the center, which was really interesting to watch with the troops emerging out of the forest seemingly at the perfect time with the traffic jam ensuing.
Yeah, agreed. Especially, I mean, given this situation here, binding basically 2 full brigades of the French in this situation or position, if the cuirassiers hadn't been there, the Prussians would have come in. I mean, the first French brigade was close to breaking. They were running low on ammo. Half of their troops, more than half of their troops, are running already. So if these Landwehr forces would have been able to come in here, threaten the flanks, and maybe even threaten this blob of units, the rear of those guys, that could have been a massive panic situation for the French, and the whole position of the French could have just evaporated and gone off the field.
Say one of the things that made this tougher when I was coming up with my general plan was the marching order with the Landwehr in front, already near Limbach, and so I wanted to try and deny Sam the ability to really deploy properly, and try and bait him into the woods if I could, or try and encourage either. I was expecting him to do a flanking maneuver of some sort, so I was expecting him to either go to the left or right, and so I wanted my line infantry to, since they would be able to keep a better form of order in the woods, not a good form of order, but something better than what the alternative was. And I was still till the end of the game worried that I had, potentially another brigade of cuirassiers or line infantry hiding up to the north, which is why that brigade didn't get committed. As soon as I would have known that there was a cavalry charging my second brigade, I would have committed those to the battle. But yeah, it would have been likely too little, too late, especially with the deteriorating situation, it being unlikely that the Landwehr would properly rally within the duration of the battle. But yeah, it was a good game. The pacing was good, and I had a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yeah, glad to hear. By the way, John, you're like the umpire MVP with like how well you you did more work than me. I just copied your screenshots this game since you were so fast and rolling everything.
That was very interesting to see your system from the umpire perspective. So, I mean, I've played before and read the guide before, but seeing it in action is a different thing.
Yeah, it was a bit chaotic in the beginning. We had we needed to rewind some of the things, and I was maybe a bit adrenaline filled because I did everything you needed to get ready. But I think it wasn't that messy. And even though like pretty much everything was rolled for this, and there are actually quite a few pieces in contact. It's like pretty well run still.
It was great. I think you guys did an excellent job. I mean, you were running around with 4 players. It would be like you'd come in, tell me something, and then you'd be gone. And I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we need to employ Otto as a whip.
Yeah.
Which is what Mike Dunn does for Army University. He's James Starrett's whip, and Otto makes a very good whip.
It was an excellent game.
Yeah, we actually can't go faster than this, otherwise then we're like unrealistic, because it's not 1-to-1 with real life anymore. The game is faster than real life.
Yeah, 10 minutes
I like to think about that.
10 minutes is kind of the perfect spot. You need the time to adjudicate the turn properly. But yeah, you don't want it to drag out for too long. Anything between 10 and 15 minutes is ideal. When you start pushing 20 minutes, that's when you're making the game drag and it gets more boring for the players. But between 10 and 15 minutes, that's perfect.
Yeah, to level up our games now, we need a bot who joins the player voice channels and just plays like combat sounds and all that. And you give a short report under battle conditions.
Like some horrible death sounds in the front line.
It's like actually as loud as it would be too. So like everyone's eardrums are getting blown out because we're all wearing headphones.
Your ears are ringing. Fucking tune in just some tinnitus sound.
Yeah, just find like a YouTube compilation of hour-long cannonball fire.
Yeah, if you get killed, then the bot instantly punch it. What did you say?
How would we start to simulate, PTSD? Would we have to do a Carter McNish style 1-to-1?
I've been trying to do that with like being really gruesome at times when players leading from the front. But I don't know, only few people have like broken down in tears, which is like not what I'm looking for. I think I will start. I think I will start like sending live like some Mexican cartel videos to them or something at this point.
It's just like
there you go.
Completely unrelated too. It's not even like it's just like, oh, this is Syrian combat footage. Why would you send this?
Thank you, everyone. I gotta get Otto. Thank you very much, and everyone who was here. It was a good experience. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Hope that you can play next time, Marshall.
Will do.
Yeah, thanks everybody. This was fantastic. Really enjoyed it.
Sure was. Thank you.
Hope to see you guys more here. Oh yeah, and my campaign if you wanted. Oh yeah, I forgot to plug my campaign. Okay, I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm gonna post that game recruitment ad here. I mean,
I'm the commander of the Prussians, and
Is this stream
I
going to be
need to yell at you.
posted to YouTube?
Yes, I think Marshall did a live stream. And I also did on Twitch.
Because I need to watch it right now.
yeah, I wish we had someone doing this, live streaming this from the playtest, but it's a shame.
Thank all the umpires for this game. It was really fun. Thank you so much.
Matt, thank you for playing. Hope to see you around more. I'm glad that your first game was a good one. You even got to fight. Some people don't get to fight. I don't think anyone had the marching simulator.
That was lucky, I guess.
I had a little bit of it, but not that bad. And honestly, I think I've been able to play in a lot of active roles in a lot of different games recently. So I was like down to help umpire. So the fact that I got marching simulator this time, I think, was fair, considering previous games.
Also, on a side note, I even thought about retreating from the battle to preserve my division.
Oh, nice.
Because I was not sure if we were going to be able to defeat the Prussians. But in the end, it worked out.
I mean, if you didn't have the heavy cav brigade here in reserve, I was seeing your line crumbling here. So
yeah,
that's a good analysis of the situation. No?
Yeah, the landwehr was kind of OP.
Yeah,
they were just outnumbering first brigade.
Yeah,
so there's that.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think about the campaign that Ottovski is going to run. So, and probably we are going to have to retreat sometimes.
Oh, you're
that is
the French commander, right?
Yeah, I'm the French commander-in-chief.
So what's your plan? Do you got any map coordinates you want to share?
Alright everybody, I think that's time for me to end the live stream. Thank you very much for watching. Hope this was interesting for you to see how these games are run and how the Ottovski system is working out. I enjoyed umpiring this one. As I said, it was very interesting to see it from this perspective. And I think in some regards it's even more rewarding or entertaining to be an umpire and see the whole situation develop and wondering about what players are doing and if you're giving them the reports and see the whole picture, it's also a very good thing to be able to analyze how restricted their perception of the situation is based on the fog of war and all that stuff, and how they deal with adopting their battle plans and so on. So that was a blast for me. I had a lot of fun and hope you folks did as well. See you soon. Bye bye.